Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Believe it or not, I have the day off and I didn't even know that was going to be the case. I got up this morning, logged in for work. I was doing work, answering emails, and one of my teammates reached out like, you know we're off today, right? And I was like, no, I didn't know. I'm at a new company. The company I was at got bought. So this is the first MLK day I'm spending with the new company. No clue that we got MLK day off. Man, oh man, oh man. So that allows me to stream a little bit earlier than I usually would. Now, I'm not probably going to have the long marathon streams that I kind of usually do, but I'll be off for a little while, and I'm looking forward to it. Always nice to spend some time with Kingmaker. What up, Jupiter? How are you, dude? What up, Three? Wait, what? I put an entire bag in the butt of a small child. What are you talking about? I hope all of you are doing well. I did make a couple of changes since the last time we streamed. Yeah, I figured, Jupiter, this would be a nice change for a lot of people. Most folks fall asleep to my streams. Now this will give you all a chance to be wide awake for the shenanigans. What's up, Yo? How are you, dude? So I changed Isaac to a Herald Caller. I was tired of the spell list, and to be honest with you, I'm still not completely satisfied with Herald Caller, so we'll see how long I stick with it. But I had definitely gotten tired of the summoner, so we still have the leopard party member, and then I actually switched Ekandayu back over to ranger. I was missing that additional attack bonus, and as I went through the process of leveling him, it became even more clear, like, yeah, I would prefer to keep him that way. So we switched those two things, but otherwise everything else is the way we left it during the last stream. Oh, they will kill you. Oh, yeah, Three. Absolutely. What up, Quintek? How are you, man? Yeah, apparently I got the day off, so I decided to go ahead and jump on. What's up, Swash? Was just watching your video for Rogue Trader and saw your live. Yeah, hey, appreciate you stopping through, dude. Hope you enjoyed the video. So in our last stream, we pretty much did all the outstanding cleanup work around the map, and we did Valerie and Jathal's companion quest. So that should put us in a good spot to go ahead and rank up one and maybe even two of our advisors. So let's see if the game will allow us to do that. So first, let me KM continues just in case this ends up getting messed up. And then, you know what, to do a rank up, you need, okay, so you don't need a certain amount of BP in order to do a rank up. So let me check the buildings and see. I got 144 BP. Let me check these buildings and see if there's any anything that I want to. Oh, wow. You've barely got anything. I never built a monument? That's weird. I thought I did. So a monument, and then the watchtower likes when there's a barracks, right? When located settlement or barracks, yeah. So, and barracks like being adjacent to a longhouse. So we'll put that there. And then lumberyard, right? +1 to relations when located settlement would appear. Is there anything that benefits from being right next to a barracks? Oh, this increases community and loyalty. That's something to keep in mind. Shop, tavern, smithy, like shops, windmill. +1 to community located in settlement with a granary or brewery can only be built in a separate slot. Okay. Herbalist house. +1 arcane when located next to a shrine, but we can't do that. Granary, bulletin board, brewery. +1 loyalty when located windmill. +1 to stability with tavern. No. And then we've already got a barracks. Okay, so there's nothing, it seems like, that really benefits from being next to a barracks. What up, Brian? Yeah, getting an early start, dude. Turns out I'm off today. What up, Obsidian? How are you, man? Yeah, it's early. Oh, happy Happy birthday, Obsidian. Happy birthday, dude. I hope you get to do something nice today. What up, Johnny? How are you, man? And reply to me at Discord at the same time. Yeah, you know, multitasking, brother, multitasking. Let's see. Okay, so if barracks don't matter, then I kind of just want to stick this orphanage here. So we'll do that. And then something else that likes being adjacent to... This likes it when it's next to a pier. Sacred Grove cannot be built in a settlement housing a lumberyard. We could do that. And then Herbalist House, yeah, we already know, can't do that. So we could do lumberyard. Is tavern next to the barracks for espionage? I don't think you get. I don't think it gets espionage from that. The espionage comes from something else. Was it the Watchtower that gets something for espionage? I don't remember how that works. If there's an early birthday present, absolutely, Obsidian. When you popped out, I literally just loaded an old RAV save. That is a chapter 5 to try and finish it off. Nice! That's awesome, dude. Hopefully you get through it this time. What's up, Excelsior? How are you, dude? 10 stream, watch streak, 80 points for that? I think you do get some points. I have got to set up some of the background stuff on Twitch. That's what I'm going to do when this stream is finished. Look at getting some of that stuff set up for sure, so that you all can start using your channel points. All right, 100 BP laying around. I'm good with this. Let's go ahead and level you up. P is for prosperity. Increase the ranks of a barony stat 5 times. Restoration of the mind. Trade agreement. Lots of events. A letter. Faith and loyalty. And support. This opportunity should be seized. Waiting until a role for Thailand Peak has been found. So here, hold on. Let's go out here. What's up, Carefree? Gotta appreciate the afternoon stream to get through the workday. Hey, absolutely, dude, absolutely. Playing a warlock in my D&D game with the Fiend as my patron, Demon Queen of the Succubi, Malintheth. The DM let me convert an entire village to demon worship after a flesh golem attacked. Nice. I love that he skipped the second, maybe more important part of my comment. No, you said now I have a distraction. I saw that. That's not the important part. The important part is that you're finally going to finish this damn playthrough after all this time. That's the important part. Who's my least favorite Pathfinder companion? I ranked them, but I don't remember the rank. I seem to remember the dwarf being pretty low on the list, but even then, I don't actually dislike him. Good day, Your Grace. Akoria has delivered a letter from Magar Varn, the ruler of the colony to the east of our capital. If the messenger's words are to be believed, he has a lucrative offer for you. He wants to establish a trade route between your realms. Whoa. Okay. There's a look of determination on Tristan's face. I bring bad news from your subjects. Today, one of our citizens stopped me in the street and asked me to tell you something of import. Tristan ponders a while, as if he doesn't dare continue. You see, one of the traders who today sells imported specialties in the capital has not always led an honest life. Under the Stag Lord, he helped the bandits sell stolen goods, for a percentage, of course. This scoundrel was far from the fort on the day you struck the decisive blow against the Stag Lord and his band, and today he continues trading in plain view of those who he recently helped rob. I never rush to judgment, but you must at least arrest this merchant to question him and give him a chance to repent. Think of those who see him on the streets every day, walking free and unpunished for his crimes. The people appeal to you for justice, Baron. Choice effects, community +2, economy -3, good lord, but +30 BP, economy -3. All right, arrest that shifty merchant immediately. He'll answer for selling stolen goods, even if it happened before my time. I shall order that this merchant be detained. Of course, we will fully investigate all these rumors to get to the truth before we judge him. I didn't play through Romance of Camellia. What's going on, Volkademir? She wasn't my favorite romance, though, by any means. I really like, though, that it was difficult to get the soulmate achievement with her, or ending rather with her. Her and Windowalk both have soulmate endings that you can get, but it's very, very tricky. Dragon bows, coughing quietly into his beard. Your Grace, I would like to apologize. I suppose I was a little headstrong during my last visit. I have a bad temper. In the mountains, they used to call me Grumbler. Well, I didn't expect my petition to be taken seriously. No one wants to share with strangers, even if their demands are quite lawful. Please know that I appreciate your honesty. Please accept this. I worked hard on it. I hope it serves you well. It is a decent piece of work, to be fair, but not a masterpiece. Masterpieces are rare, once-in-a-lifetime accomplishments. Anyway, I have an idea how to use our family relic for your greater glory, but I'm going to need your help. Come by if you're interested. I'll tell you more. If my gift pleases you, please respond in kind. I've been robbed. Some thieves crept into my workshop and took all my gold, and Onslaught too. I hadn't even had a chance to finish it. The people are saying that robbers, thieves, and murderers have lately been freely roaming the area. They gather along the Thorn River near the ford. You're the ruler, so please, I beg you, take action to find it. I need something from you. A master always welcomes a good customer, so what would you like? I would like a crossbow. Most reasonable. Nowadays, I don't even think it's a real victory unless you overpower them hand to hand. But if you ask me, shooting bolts from a distance is smarter than getting bludgeoned to death. Let the fools think what they like, but you and I, we know better. What up, Dave? How are you, dude? Been watching some of the VODs lately. Progress is crazy. Yeah, I'm getting there, man. I'm definitely getting there. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before we leave, let's set everybody back up. I think so Sale, you didn't like him? Like I felt like his corruption path should have focused on his rage and how he abandoned Shelling. Yep, I could definitely see that. Definitely see that. Oh, counselor's ready for 2 upgrades, actually. That's interesting. Herbalist. So wait, we got an opportunity, we got an opportunity, we got an opportunity, and an opportunity. Okay, cool. 4 opportunities, I'll take it. And one of them 7 days. Yeah, okay. Caravan of settlers, sure. Take the opportunity. 45%, whatever. If it fails, it fails. The treasurer and the counselor can be ranked up. Wait, what's the events? Projects. Trade agreement. That's 15 days. 75 BP. Plus 2 BP. Over time. You know what? Let's do that. Actually, I kind of want the treasure available for a rank up. Yeah, I think I'll hold off on that. I think I want you to be the next rank up. Love of the people. The cost of buildings with a static loyalty bonus is reduced by 10%. Huh. Okay. I'll take that. And then for the events. Yeah, you're the only one who could do that. Oh, okay. Are the other 4? No, there's one more who's not taken up. Here we go. And 55%, you could do that. There we go. Now the rest of them are tied up, and I will wait and hold off on doing anything with the treasurer. What's up, Wine Guy? I wasn't expecting a daytime stream either, dude. Apparently I'm off today, though. What's up, Pounder? How are you, dude? Let's go, Patrick. Kingdom management is giving you PTSD. Hey, hopefully it goes all right for me. Ooh. Oh, this will require you to be anarchic. Interesting. Most Honorable Baron Isaac, this is Magar Varn, the ruler of the neighboring city of Varnhold, writing. You might remember me meeting me at the reception. Our encounter had a powerful effect on me. You are a brave warrior and a wise ruler, which is why I hope to enlist your support and in the future form a firm friendship. No matter whether the gods or the sword lords have contributed to us becoming neighbors, I believe that our alliance will be as steadfast as a rock. To signify the formation of our alliance, I invite you to visit Varnhold and see for yourself that my intentions are good. The city is still young, but we have a lot to show our guests. Our cellars are full of wine barrels and our storehouses of grain and cheese. It is easy to reach my city. The path to Varnhold lies in the east, past Lake Silverstep and over the ridges of the Tors Lebanese. It's hard to get lost in these parts. Whether you accept my invitation or not, I ask of you one more thing. Consider building a route and developing trade between our lands. I am convinced that both of us would only benefit from this union. I anxiously await your visit. Okay. Why not? Godfrey saw Demon Eye and said, this is fine, which is funny when you have a portal to the Midnight Fade on the Demon playthrough. Demon was such a freaking cool way to play the game. Really, really cool. So let's see, was there trade? Okay, so this is the trade agreement. You know what? I guess I will go ahead. Yeah, because after I get done with the Artisan, I'm going to go ahead to him. So it's going to be a while before we're back. So we'll do this, but also let me purchase 50 so we don't end up going negative again the way we did last time. There we go. And why have I not gone back up to stable? I don't understand. Because we already entered into a new month, so I feel like I should have. Magar Varn, one of the only real ones in the game. Okay, we still got 123 days, so there's still some time before we have to worry about any of this stuff. Where is... So he said Thorn River. Wasn't that like a place we dealt with up here somewhere? That's Tenebrous Depths, Wererat Lair. Where is... here we go. What's up, Zach? Yeah, I'm in Act 2, man. Slowly but surely moving forward. I've been too intimidated to walk into the throne room rising for nothing. What's up, Spiraling? I don't know if I'll play again tonight. We'll see. I might. But I'm off work today, so I figured, you know what? Might as well go ahead and jump in. And I'm kind of tired of being in Act 2 as well, so I want to go ahead and churn through this stuff and get to the next act. What up, CJ? How are you, dude? Yeah, I don't have to. That's a ridiculously low price for a piece like this. It's dwarven made, you know. My grandfather used to wear it. That's none of my concern. It looks broken. Can't give you a coin more. The dwarf stashes something hastily in a big bag when he spots you. What do you want? I mean, how can I help you? Who are you? I'm Kurgabas, Dwarf Kurgabas. Just a stranger on my way to, Andoran. Judging from the look on the dwarf's face, the name Kurgabas sounds just as dumb to him. Show me what's in the bag. The dwarf turns pale. Dragon sent you after me? Please don't kill me. I'm Kurgan, his younger brother. What stories did he tell you about me? That I stole from him? Maybe I did, but he's the one who started it. Always bossed me around saying he was older. Do this, don't do that. He was trying to strangle my talent. I'm an adventurer by nature. Adventure lures me, and he tells me my passion is nothing but prowling and roguery. Become a master, he said. Work hard in the family forge, he said. I'm sick to death of forges. I know it's a custom, but it's a stupid one. I want to see the world, to perform great feats. There's no adventuring without armor and a sword, so I took grandfather's armor. It was no use gathering dust like a holy relic. I wanted my chance at glory. I wanted it to serve our family honorably one more time. But the whole hero thing didn't exactly work out. I had to sell the armor to feed myself. I swear I was going to buy it back. I just needed more time. While I was gathering my strength, I heard there was a blacksmith now named Dragon who was forging some legendary armor. I realized this could be my second chance. I know I already did him an awful wrong, but if he hadn't hounded me so, I would have become a respectful adventurer, a world traveler, and a wealthy man. Wow. The things people make up in their mind to justify what they do. It's so weird seeing Leopard being considered the best when in Rav, Wolf and Dog is considered the best. Well, in Wrath of the Righteous, I think it's much easier to make the trip really, really effective. Whereas in Kingmaker, you put a greater emphasis on being able to stack that AC and keep the pet alive. But honestly, in Kingmaker, I think the best pet is the Smilodon. The Smilodon gets all those crazy attacks that can really just tear enemies apart. Lawful good, diplomacy. You cheated your own brother, sold the family relic. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Oh, no! 14. Yeah, that's a decent check. Required 8. Let's see. I don't care about your family feud. I just need the armor. Hand it over. The dwarf lifts up his hands in despair. Oh, all right. Just don't use your fist. Kurgan bites his lips. What are you going to do to me? Lawful neutral. You'll be going to jail until your trial. After that, I'll let your brother deal with you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll change. Just don't kill me. The dwarf slumps down onto the ground, exhausted. I have no idea what you mean, Brian. No selfish actions over here on my side. Smilodon's the best pet in Kingmaker because of pounce damage. It's harder to make your pet tanky strong in Kingmaker than it is in Wrath because you can't level your pet without mods or equip gear on it. And pets don't have class archetype for bonuses like they do in Wrath. Trip Demon is broken? Absolutely. Cosmanga, what up, dude? In Wrath, you just slap crane style on your horse. Exactly. And keep it moving. Keep it moving. Is it? Those two, I don't think they're considered to be in my area. He's located here, right? So sure, let's go down here. Taquaticus, what's up, dude? Got addicted to Pillars 1 turn-based playthrough? Can't wait for you to start your playthrough. Man, I'm looking forward to it as soon as they're in 1.0. I'll be all about it. What's up, Paul? How are you, dude? Soon as they're ready, I will be all over it. What is this? Ooh. You can now upgrade settlements in your barony. Every 3 villages acquired in your domain will enable you to upgrade one of them to the town level, provided that 6 or more slots are occupied in that village. The first upgrade must take place in the capital. Complete the relevant project on the projects tab to start an upgrade. Once the upgrade is complete, the number of slots in the settlement will increase to 20. Wow. And the list of buildings will expand. 3 or more towns in your barony and at least 16 occupied building slots in the capital will enable you to upgrade the capital to a city. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. The Regent demands you, wants to discuss an urgent matter. A new phase, rebuild your capital into a lively town. It's time to grow, and it would take 7 days to resolve that. But again, there's nobody to do it, so don't need to worry about that right now. And the Regent is probably available for an upgrade. What up, Ryan? I don't know if there'll be a stream tonight. That'll be a game time decision. I might still jump on.
I need to catch my breath.
I don't know why, but I always imagine them seeing their pet acting like Shiva and Ezio. Are you thinking of respecting it to a different class? I did. So I'm a herald caller now. Who robbed you? I have no idea. The thieves must have found out what treasure I kept in my workshop, and now it's been stolen. Haven't even had the time to finish the job. Fools! Speaking of which, have you visited Thorn River yet? What if the armor is still there? Do you think they've had a chance to pawn it off yet? Kurgan told me your family didn't treat him very well. Dragon puffs out his chest and lifts up his chin. Well, that's rather unfair. So what if I frown on him traveling to foreign lands? What good did it bring him anyway? He's got no family, no heart, no name. He could have been an honest master craftsman, but instead he frittered everything away. Why didn't I want to let him throw his life away? Because I cared. Lawful neutral. I agree with you. Yeah, calling him a tyrant probably ain't gonna go over well. I'm glad you understand. It's all freedom and liberty, and only the likes of you and I are left to safeguard order in the future. I'm telling you, there will be talks about honesty later, as if they ever worried about honesty while stealing from the decent folk. I'm returning the armor to you. You may finish your work. Thank you, oh, thank you, for the armor and for fixing my brother's head. No one else could do it. It's all right, he can stay in prison for a while. I'll give him time to think, and then I'll bail him out and put him to work. Labor will turn the wretch into a man. I have a major armor repair job ahead. I came up with some new features for it, but I can't let the secret slip yet. I'm in a hurry, we'll talk later. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Ezekiel for the Walking Dead when they're in the throne room. Nice. Herald Call is interesting. I went with the fire domain because I wanted more evocation spells. But honestly, I'm kind of dissatisfied with the spell book, except I could get heightened spell, and maybe I'ma just repeatedly fireball everything to death. Maybe fireball is just gonna be the only spell I use, because otherwise the spells look kind of disappointing. Are you serious? He's all the way over there? Good Lord. All right, well, at least we already have a path. So hold on. Did we ever? Yeah, not. All right, so, let's just go here. How long is it gonna take? 2 days? Okay, fine. It's my first time going through the story past the first city, so I'm really enjoying it despite the combat bugs. Didn't even know you got a kingdom in it. Oh, really? You didn't know? Yeah, dude. Yeah, Pillars is amazing. Herald Caller gets summoning feats in Kingmaker for free. Yep. So if you're looking to do damage revocation, they should be able to fit in the feats. Well, I took 2 extra feats so that I would have a companion. An animal companion. So I took animal ally and boon companion. So that took up some of the extra feats I usually would have gotten. Looks like they still don't need a rest yet. So let's just continue forward then.
Search for the spot to rest.
Beautiful. Keep going. Oh, are you serious? I gotta go up and all the way around? Oh, that sucks. Okay. Who's 17? She's got camouflage. Who's got? You got world, right? Yep. And then the 2 of us, and then she's sitting there, and all right. And begin resting. Damn, that sucks.
Really? Why don't we go to a fashionable dress shop once we get to the city? I promise we'll make a real beauty out of you.
What? You want me to pull on a dress? Maybe I should start brushing my teeth, too.
Maybe you should. Oh, snap. That's a crazy response. That's a crazy response. Maybe I should start brushing my teeth, too. Spell penetration and spell focus greater. Whoa. I don't remember if elemental focus is in Kingmaker or not. I'm pretty sure I got spell penetration. I don't know if I got greater spell penetration. I did get both. Oh, snap! Hey, everybody in the chat, wish my wife congratulations. She has officially got a promotion at her job. She's very, very happy about it, very excited. I'm very proud of her. She absolutely deserves it. She does a lot of great work, and she's very passionate about her role. That's amazing, beautiful. Very happy for you, darling. Very, very happy for you. Our travels took us east, leaving the mountain ridge behind. We came to Dunsward, a wildland far less populous and civilized than the barony that had grown so dear to us. It wasn't all bad though. The roads in Dunsward were well guarded, and we soon met a well-armed patrol. As we approached, one of them raised a hand. Stop! Turn back! The road to Varnhold is closed. The second guard was in less of a hurry to drive us off. He squinted and studied our leader. Wait, you're Isaac's. My respects, your grace. If you're here traveling so far from your land, I have to assume you've come to visit our ruler, Mayor Varn. You may continue on, of course, but please allow us to accompany you to Varnhold. Ooh, for your own safety. Are you ready to continue? Yes! The Baron took the opportunity to learn the reason for such caution. Bandits, your grace, one of the guards muttered. All sorts of rabble make their way here from Restov. We don't get a moment's peace. The river and roads are crawling with their lot. Until we clear them out, we thought it best to patrol the tracks of the river. But we're not here to hold you up with that. We'll be happy to accompany you on your journey to Varnhold. We agree to let the guards escort us safely to Varnhold. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Don't be nervous, darling. You're absolutely going to do great. And I know you can't see the Twitch chat, but Scipios in the Twitch chat also wish you congratulations. You absolutely deserve it, and you're going to be amazing. If you could bring one Kingmaker companion to Wrath, who would it be? Amiri. And which Wrath companion would you bring to Kingmaker? Sela. Sela would go ham in this. Varnhold arrived. That's not the correct spelling, but we're just gonna roll with it. Good to see you, by the way, Scipios. All right, Varnhold. Hey, map is already there. Damn wanderers! you don't like visitors, huh? What's up, Sir Lag? Yeah, midday stream. I'm off today. Happy MLK Day, everyone. It's a beautiful thing. Feel like he's considered. I have. There's definitely been times I'm playing this game, reminding me how much I really do enjoy Amiri. I just like barbarians in general. That playstyle appeals to me, and Amiri does barbarians really, really well. I would take Ember to every RPG, not 40k though. That's another great choice for sure. Above the entrance to the temple hangs the gold-plated symbol of Aristil, god of the hunt. Damn, they worship him all over. He only killed villains. Killed by a tree, one less fledgling woodcutter. He never finished that bridge. Rats have gotten to the grain again. How do you deal with these pests? What a headache. It's bad enough with the crows damaging the crops. Now these pests as well. The high walls of the granary have been thoroughly caulked. On his door hangs a massive lock. When I used to play tennis competitively, my coach told me something that I still apply to every aspect of life, essentially. It's a good thing to be nervous. It shows you care about the result. That's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. And that's also why you can't decide not to do something just because the thought of doing it makes you nervous. Because sometimes you're just nervous because this is something that's going to force you to grow. Northeast Restov, 40 miles. Across the river, Varnhold Fort. Northwest, Mountain Pass, 12 miles. What is that? The reek of fish emanates from the stocky building. Regent is the GOAT. Regent would, if I was going to do an evil run of Kingmaker, Regent would be an amazing. Oh, Magar is right here. I didn't realize that. Regent would be an amazing companion to have for sure. For sure. Above the entrance to the tavern hangs a brightly painted plaque depicting a horse with a fish tail in place of its hind legs. Ember and 40K would have Corn be like, maybe I should chill out a bit. Bring Ragongar to Rav, give me more front line. And I would bring Regil to Kingmaker, so I like more Hell Knight influence. Yeah, there's a Hell Knight quest here somewhere, right? I forgot about that. Here. Jubilos, Jathal, Haram are characters I take from Kingmaker. Regil, Ember, Arushale are characters I take from Rad. See, for me, having Arushale, you just gotta be a Zada. It doesn't hit as hard if you're not a Zada. The fort walls are made of thick logs. Their tops sharpened into spikes. So I don't feel like she would work as well for me in this game, even though she is an awesome character. Success is found outside one's comfort zone and not within it. Exactly. Exactly. You got to be willing to stretch if you want to grow. You got to be willing to stretch. Characters I remove would be Ragongar and Kingmaker and Greyboar and Rav. Why do you not like Greyboar? Not my boy, Ragongar. Regil will be great at 40K for sure. Gotta have Nanio. Her quest sucks, but everything else about her is great. See, I wouldn't want, I feel like Illusion works better in Wrath than it does in Kingmaker. And when I use Nanio, I gotta go the Illusion school. Usually I think Knock Knock. Why do you feel like Knock Knock doesn't fit in Kingmaker? Oh, he won't talk to me? Okay, fine. I can't. I just can't, Your Grace. It would reduce me to poverty. You're bleeding me dry. Lower the price. Before you is a tall, robust man. A few white scars across his face, his dark hair is gathered back in a small ponytail, and the sleeves of his expensive doublet do little to hide the muscles beneath. Although irritated by the argument, a wide smile lights up his face as he recognizes you. Whom do I see? Isaac, my friend. Welcome to Varnhold. I am Magar Varn. I run the town here. I hope you had no trouble on the roads. I just couldn't help not paying a visit, especially after your invitation. Look at this from another perspective, my friend. This is a chance to survey your eastern borders and make sure you got no one but allies here. It's better to see for yourself than rely on my words alone. Am I right? Nod at the merchant, taking the reins of government into your own hands. Magar grins, trying to at least. I have to admit, conquering these lands was far easier than keeping the greedy merchants in check. I see life in Varnhold is in full swing. Much remains to be done. What you see now is just the beginning. Varnhold has a shining future. Just you wait. But next year, we'll begin building a track to your capital and establish river trade with Restov. Right now, Dunsward is not particularly welcoming, but I aim to change that. As soon as we get a foothold here, we'll begin clearing the land of creatures, monsters, and spriggans alike. The people must feel safe. Words of a worthy ruler. Planning future conquest, are you? We've got enough of our hands at the moment, although in the future, who knows? Who knows? Magar studies you for a moment in silence, then burst into laughter. Just don't think I'll start off by marching my guard over the mountains to your doorstep. There's plenty of land east for my people to patrol without trespassing on my allies. You sure about that? Watch yourself, because I'll be watching you. Varn jokingly lifts his hands into the air. Peace, peace. Chad Garvarn, you all like him that much, huh? We'll see how I feel about him. Hey, Nini, how are you? Can't afford my price of such a great assassin. What up, Rigger? Is there anything Kingmaker does better than Wrath? I like Kingmaker thematically more than Wrath. I think it does a better job of making you feel like a ruler who's surrounded by political enemies that are all plotting on your downfall. I think that's all done extremely well. And I think it works better than saying you're the leader of this crusade against demons and trying to save the world, because I think crusade management is weaker than kingdom management. Even though kingdom management has its issues with the time limits and the bugs and all that, I think it does a stronger job of pulling the theme all together. And I think the stuff with Galfrey kind of weakens it as well. Like you feel like your army and your kingdom, or your crusade rather, has been weakened in a way that isn't the result of actions you have taken. And so thematically, I think Kingmaker is a better game. Wrath is the better game from a production value standpoint, from mechanic standpoint, all that kind of stuff. Buckbear Jason Race. Play Varnhold's Law. You have no future at all. Not with that fool of a wizard as your advisor. Awesome, DD. Appreciate you checking in. Glad things are going all right. Yeah, exactly, Noresto. It's more grounded, for sure. And I feel like it's more grounded in a way that works well for the game. I stumbled into a most peculiar old man on my way here. Ah, yes, you mean Cephal Laurentus, my wizard. Kodge is hardly a pleasure to talk to, but when it comes to knowledge of the arcane, he's without match. Sometimes the locals bring me curious objects. They unearth them while plowing or stumble upon them while patrolling the wilderness. If the object looks interesting, I send them to Cephal, let him separate the wheat from the chaff. Let me ask you directly, who else are you allied with? Maegard narrows his eyes at you, then nods. Cutting to the chase, eh? Very well, we have more in common than you think. Here's the truth. I don't trust those who sit in the north. They send fellows like us out to do all their dirty work. You and I share this frontier, Isaac, and I'd rather bet on our mutual interest as neighbors than on the distant sword lords and their like. You have my respects, Maegard, but I have to leave. So is the quest considered to be finished? Sure. Loyal service, how to build a kingdom. Yeah, okay, so I think that's it then. Let me check over here one more time to see if it says anything. What's up, Finalist? How are you, dude? Okay, yeah, he doesn't say anything, so I assume I just come back out. I like how Vorticai portrait was given to the Lich Mythic Path. Oh, really? Is that Vorticai's portrait? That's cool. A Mary versus Carlock would be a heck of a fight for sure. Varnhold Vanishing is my favorite chapter. Really? I love the whole Vorticai cryptic messages. Nice. I remember that chapter from the standpoint of Vorticai's realm, like remembering it was wild and felt very, very difficult, but I don't remember anything else about it other than Tristan's
May
thing.
we have a moment of respite?
Oh, they don't even... Why am I put all... Oh! Was I supposed to come over this way? Oh, my bad. Well, damn.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Oh, I was supposed to go over the lake, and he said go over the lake too. I screwed that up, actually. I made that harder than it had to be. All right, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're back. We're back. Cephal wants Varn ambush. Yeah, take over that area. Yeah, I know. I played through it. This is a bad development. You want to go to Lake Silverstep? It's got some good stuff. Yeah, I plan to go through all that area, to go through, visit all those when I go through that area. Valerie enters the throne room, fiercely stabbing her heels into the floor as she approaches. She stands before you and simmering with indignation. I would never have thought I'd commence my career as regent with such a case, but the leader of a local gang is at your gate. He's brought a chest stuffed with stolen goods, which he wants to share with you, the new lord of the stolen lands. I insist this imputed man be immediately arrested and brought to justice. Your lands have a long and dark legacy, but your subjects fail to grasp that the times of cutthroats and extortionists are over, and law rules here, now and henceforth. Valerie flares her nostrils vehemently. You will not protect these bandits as the Stag Lord did. So let's see, this plus 3 community, plus 50 BP, but no community, huh? All right. You want him arrested. I want the community bonus, but I'm gonna do what you want me to do. Arrest this bandit and clap him in the eye. Well, actually, hold on. It shouldn't, I should be able to disagree with you once. After almost 2 weeks, I finally made it to Act 3 of Pillars. Nice! Pillars is an amazing game, for sure. Amazing game. What's up, Lennon? How are you, dude? Have you clicked the top right circle in the screen? It shows the name of places on the map. No, but I'll check that out. In the tabletop module, the lake has a monster that almost wiped your party? Crazy. Hi, AJ, how are you? Are you off school? I'll check it on the world map, Lennon. I am one of the few who like Kingdom Management. I did too. In addition to Crusade Management Wrath, I did too. I like both. Drive this bandit from my lands, and from now on, do the same to any similar petitioners. I mean, driving him from our land should have the same effect as arresting him, right? The frame awaits any if now do the same to any similar petitioners. So these presumptuous criminals can run rampant in someone else's lands? Still, at least this may teach them half a lesson. You're only plus 3. You're all school? That's awesome. I love Crusade Management, but Kingdom Management is too stressful. It can be stressful. Unpleasant, but alas, expected news. Someone with access to the treasury seems to have appropriated a large sum from it. The circle of suspects is not particularly wide. I believe we will soon discover who was responsible. I think I might know something about this. Sad, no shocking, most shocking event. Can we discuss it one-on-one maybe? I'll wait for you at the end, after council. Without waiting for your reply, Lindsay runs out of the throne room. Chandra silently raises an eyebrow, but refrains from commenting. What's up, Captain? I am doing good. I got no complaints. Think about doing a new Kingmaker run with Sword Saint, dueling sword. Yeah, I considered doing the same thing, CJ, before I went with Herald Caller. I greet you, O most worthy one. Oh, here she goes again. As decided, I have stepped up on the path of the Master Smith, as fated by the perfect human. Since a rare few in these lands appreciate the aesthetics of the Varnhold, I have decided that my gifts will be made for you. However, even though my feet may carry me swiftly to the top of the mountain of perfection, on this path I shall need the help of someone tactful and dependable. Someone such as you, O worthy one. If you are ready to aid me, come see me at my workshop, and I shall tell you of my need. Didn't I already do something for you? Please accept this fine item, comma, I can't use that. It has been crafted according to the traditions of Vudrani craftsmanship. Even in the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious would inspire awe and envy. I want you to make something specific for me. The Vudrani throws back her head in laughter. You wish to ask me for something specific? But please, how can I foresee which thoughts the perfect human will send into my mind? Of course, I can promise to fulfill your order, but if the perfect human wishes it, I will go against my word, and then everyone will say again, don't believe the Vudrani. Their words are nothing but lies. And why would we want that? I thank you, Shiani the Tulip. I would gladly relate a story from my homeland that inspired me to create this, but alas, due to another pressing matter, I must take my leave sooner than I would like. She's the only artisan you can't tell her what you want. She makes something random every time, just a random exotic weapon. Interesting. You never gave Lindsay a position of power in the kingdom? I don't know if I do either. We'll see. Why the change in pet? Excelsior, I respect from a summoner to a herald caller. Herald callers do not have access to eidolons, so I couldn't use the same pet. Lindsay is something to discuss. Cool. And support the Regent's endeavor. So we've got 3 people working, which means there are 2 people who are not working, right? Faith and loyalty. We could have Valerie take up that. Only a 45% chance, but if it could be done, it would be nice. And close it out. Boy, Yaz, what's up, man? Love your content on YouTube. I finished Wrath of the Righteous really soon, and you made me want to try Kingmaker. Nice! Any melee class that you want to suggest for me? Do you want pure melee, or do you want melee with some spell casting? I gave Lindsay the Grand Diplomat role when I unlock relations. Huh. That probably makes sense. Yeah, it makes it really annoying to get Serpent Prince. The full chart? I did play Cleric, so I guess pure melee? If you want to do pure melee, Aldori Defender under Fighter works very, very well. There are many good dueling swords throughout the game. I've also seen a couple of items for Paladins. And you face a lot of chaotic and chaotic evil enemies in this game, so I assume Smite Evil works quite well. Where are you? Here you are. Lindsay shuffles around nervously, fidgeting with a quill in her hands. She turns bright red. Well, about the embezzlement, I mean, calm down, Lindsay. Everything's fine. What is it you want to tell me? Lindsay takes a deep breath. Well, it was me, but I can explain. You see, I've always dreamed of owning my own printing house so I could print whatever books I want. And then I found out there was a printing press being sold for cheap in Brevoy. And, well, I just couldn't resist. Great idea. Good for you, Lindsay. Really? Whew. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I was so afraid you'd be mad. Thank you. There is one other problem, though. The press should have been delivered by now, but it hasn't shown up. I'm afraid that with our roads and the seeming menagerie that roams them, it might end up vanishing into thin air. Can we maybe go check on it, see if anything's happened? It was supposed to be coming across the old road through the Gnarl Marches. All right, let's go find your press. It's already been paid for, after all. Yes, just don't leave without me. All right, darling. I won't leave you. Let's see. Claru says, to be completely honest, Sword Lord is kind of boring. Better to keep it pure. So what melee class do you recommend? Yes, really, you could just bag a specific item you want. That's true. Aldori Defender is the most thematic build for Kingmaker. You go multiple routes with it. Aldori Defender is good. You can also go Aldori Defender and then go Sword Lord, or Aldori Defender into Duelist or Thug. I prefer Aldori Defender into Thug, personally. Boo-boo! What's up, Asher? How are you? How are you enjoying your day off of school? 610 is boring, but 1.5 gives you some unique stuff. What's up, Fami? Yeah, I'm off of work today, dude, so I decided to jump on for a little bit. Boo, boo, boo. I guess I'll replace you. How can you be mad at Lindsay, Jupiter? much less stay mad at her. What's up, Talik? Yeah, checked in a little bit early, bro. Where does she want us to go? She said the Gnarl marches. Not that, not that. She said the road. Where am I supposed to go for you, lady? It was stuck along the muddy roads of the Gnarl marches. I hate the way they say Gnarl marches like there's not a north and a south Gnarl marches. Which one are you referring to? The muddy roads of the Gnarl marches. Use the money to print books, including the books you hold in hand. While Baron Isaac may have forgiven my authorized president, new problem came up. The president didn't make it to the capital, stuck along the muddy roads. That's at the Swamp Witch's hut? Okay. Doing good? Awesome. Tristan is the worst. Oh, whoa. And it goes up with a marker. That's actually quite useful. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate it, because I had forgotten to check on that. That actually makes things much easier. That's awesome. But it is doing a lot on the map, so I see why they don't keep it on constantly. All right, so first, let's go ahead and visit the Artisan, because I believe she wanted us to check in with her. Wait. Is that what she wanted? Or is it something else? Increase. Has returned to her craft. Let's hope nothing gets in the way. There was something she wanted, though, right? I thought. How to build a kingdom. Easier to ask. Get to the tenebrous depths. Didn't she say she wanted us to visit her? Let's just visit her and find out. Boo-boo. Said Dakota, what's up, Dalphos? Try to avoid. What's up, Rim? Fellow Tristanator. I don't understand why y'all don't see him as a victim. How you gonna hate the victim? What's up, Randall? How are you, dude? I'm off work today, so yeah, I got to check in a little bit early. Okay, everybody's still working though, so there's nothing we can do for that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to level up Lindsay. What's up, Nate? Oh crap. Did I leave my alchemist at home? I keep forgetting he is my trickster guy. Level 2 spells. You don't have glitter dust? Well, you should probably have glitter dust, so let's take that. Boom, boom. Tristan is a great party member. Exactly. It's not his fault what happened to him, because little babies got killed. Maybe I don't remember his stuff well enough. When we go through the game, I'll circle back and let you all know my thoughts on this. Let's get spell penetration, and spell penetration is not available. Why not? Oh, here we go. Why did it seem like it was lower than what I expected? Okay. Spell penetration, and then this is level 1. We don't care about level 1 spells by this point in the game. We definitely care about level 3 though. Good Hope and Haste. Can't go wrong with that combo. He's also an annoying snitch. So stab he gets. Plus you get a nice item for buffers if you stab him. Really? You do? That I did not know. Trista is far too good a party member to not forgive. I let far more go in wrath. I love the level 1 ability of community domain. Removing exhaustion is awesome when you just got it before entering a new map. That's true. Definitely has its uses. Definitely has its uses. I think I specialize you in enchantment, so we'll take that. All right, and I think we can go in here. No. There we go. We enter here. It's another head. Camellia. Pathfinder games definitely needs a trickery person. Yeah. Made a mistake in rap, not having a tricky person in the Dresden fight. You don't want to do that. That's the other reason to dislike him. His name isn't that bad. Oculus gives you free extend on all spells. Now that is definitely useful. Okay, so apparently she doesn't need me to visit her. Fine. Well, that was a waste of time. Da, 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 na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. What's up, Owen? While running a jackhammer? Nice. What are you building? Oculus also needs you to be evil to use it? Oh, well, that makes sense. What's up, Hunter? How are you? Hey, appreciate you checking in from Chile, man. Thank you so much. My only beef with Tristan is that he has a permanent blindness debuff, though admittedly getting that achievement for a ranged weapon crit while blinded by accident was funny. Oh, should I assume that this is going to be like a brutal all-out knockdown fight? Let's turn on this. Let me turn on that. Thank you.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Yes.
We'll give you that.
Yes.
That. That. That.
Onwards. Together.
Whoops.
Right here, my friend.
Inimosi travisi. Ona adayana. Inimosi travisi. I will pursue.
That's round. This is minute.
Inimosi
Anything is possible.
Oh, you got heroism. Well, isn't that helpful? Oh, actually, I don't even need that because I have you. It's been so long since I had Lindsay, I forgot about all this awesomeness she has on her bar. Extensive buffing is one thing I don't miss from either Wrath or Kingmaker. I do not blame you. I was just about to ask where am I supposed to go, and here it is. Just remember to follow the rule that if you're annoying, you better be the healer. How did you fools manage to lose the horses? We supposed to carry these boxes ourselves? What even are these iron things, and why the hells do we need them? That's them, Lindsay whispers, pointing at the bandits. Caught red-handed. We'll show them what happens when you take someone else's things without... Ahem. We'll teach them a lesson. These iron things will get us rich, blockhead. It's an alchemical transmutator. I've seen them in Ustalav. We just assemble it, turn it on, and it turns rocks into gold all on its own. Don't just stand there. Get in the harness. You sure about this then? All right, let's see if we can even get this wagon to move. Intimidate. You have 10 heartbeats to disappear. Go. Look, it's that scumbag who took down the Stag Lord. And no army to be seen. Lucky day. Get him, everyone. If we take out the Baron, we can be Baron ourselves. Thrash the Baron scum.
Yeah! Repent!
Oh, no, 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 no. That, and yeah, we should be good. What are you doing? Are y'all making a beeline for the Baron? How'd that work out for you? How did that work out for you? Bastards. Y'all aren't even using masterwork equipment. Just regular old equipment? Come on now. Come on now. You can't be serious. And y'all gonna be barons? The audacity. Honest context. Good grief. Is this game good for me if I like Divinity and BG3? That probably, well, okay, so here's the thing. It is good from you from the standpoint of those are CRPGs. This is also a CRPG. There is some more complexity here, but it's still very enjoyable. The only caveat I would add is that Larian makes CRPGs that have higher production values than anybody else in the genre. Most CRPG developers do not have their games fully voice acted front to back. So this game, about maybe 30% of it is voice acted. You see I'm voice acting a lot of the characters myself. If that doesn't bother you, absolutely I recommend playing these games, especially considering the type of games you enjoy. But if it does, then it's something to keep in mind. Also keep in mind this game is almost 10 years old, so it's probably pretty cheap right now. So it's not like you'll be throwing down 60 to 80 bucks to play it. Next link I posted was one of like 2 versions of Valley's portrait I prefer, using a so-called divine beauty. It's definitely an upgrade. Definitely an upgrade, Lordred. What's going on, Scan? Oh no, Lindsay in the party. She's going right back out. I gotta get my alchemist back in ASAP. Marvel Rivals, does that mean I'm the annoying one? You're the one people always want on their team. I prefer how they did that with Storyteller and Wrath. Me too, to be honest with you. But we'll see how this goes. BG2 is more like traditional CRPG. That's true. But Hunter said Divinity and BG3. I would say Larian CRPGs are not similar to the rest of the space. A lot of people who get into the genre from Larian's games don't really like the other games, and from what I've seen, I think it depends. There's nobody else who makes games like Larian. A Larian game is a very, very unique type of game. 100% agree with that. That being said, there have been a ton of people saying, hey, I play BG3, I like BG3. What are other games like BG3? And people have said Pathfinder, Pillars of Eternity, things of that nature. And some of those folks have reported back, even on my channel, said, hey, thank you for recommending that game. I really enjoyed it. So I think it's kind of a situation where just because you like BG3 does not mean you would like these other games. But there's a lot of people who would like these other games who have never even given them a chance. And BG3 opens up their eyes and says, hey, maybe I should at least give these games a chance. Maybe I would actually like them, you know? So it's not like a one-to-one connection, but there is still an effect. There's something there. Okay, focuses on story reactivity, whereas Larian focuses on gameplay reactivity. Larian's titles aren't that unique. Larian's titles are super unique. There's nobody else who makes games like Larian. Nobody else. Looking up for mine for more portraits, but immediately closed necklace when I recognized 2 from Gwent. Like the positive thought, but I always get a couple of undeserved good game, no heal. Really? That's crazy. After inspecting all the boxes in the wagon, Lindsay barely restrains herself from kissing the mechanisms inside. The press, safe and sound, just needs some assembly. Yay! I can't believe it. My own publishing house. I have so many ideas, so many plans. I don't know where to begin. What do you think I should print first? What would you like to print? I don't know. That's why I asked you. I mean, it's more than just a business decision, right? It's, well, a choice, a first step. It's not like my whole career will depend on one book, but I'll always think back on it. Remember when you finally got your own printing press, Lindsay? What was your first printing again? And I don't want to be ashamed of my answer. Choose something beautiful, a book you wouldn't be ashamed to have your teacher read. Lindsay smiles at you warmly. It was teacher who showed me the beauty hidden in books. I think the best way to repay that kindness would be to do the same for others. Maybe that's really the main calling of a bard. Let's get to it. I'll send for horses to get this delivery the rest of the way to the capital. All right, so now I can create a printing house. And you know, I'll go ahead and take this so I can sell it. What's up, Mill? How are you, dude? Funny thing, I like BG3, but I would choose Pathfinder, Pillars, and Tyranny over it any time. I prefer Pathfinder and Pillars over BG3. But I still respect it for what it's created and what it's accomplished. All right, let's get back to some more kingdom management. Tyranny was such an unappreciated gem. Yep. It's a shame they weren't able to do more with it. What's up, DM? This guy's G. Who else puts this much effort into that Let's Play live streams to actually voice the written dialogue? Hey, thank you, man. Just try to make it as enjoyable for you all as possible. Larian games are very simulation based. Lots of physics and mechanics that interact. They're nearly immersive sims in a lot of ways. No other CRPGs are like Divinity or BG3, really. Yeah, and it's like, it's one of those crazy things. I think we were talking about that a little bit yesterday, right? How it's weird what games become culturally influential, where a bunch of developers try to recreate it, and what games everybody acknowledges is great, but you don't really see anybody try to replicate what that game does. That's kind of the way I feel like about Dragon Age Origins with the tactics menu, and I forgot what's the other game we mentioned where I was like, why? Oh, KOTOR 2. What is this? I speak. She's waving me over. Oh, wait, I want you to meet someone. Okay. KOTOR 2, the way you can influence your companions, right? You don't see a whole lot of games that allow you to influence your companions, where you could take a companion that's pure evil and make them someone who will follow the path of good and the light. And that's the way I feel about Larian games. Larian has this really, really unique formula, right? Where there's a lot of gameplay reactivity elements that you can combine. It really rewards your creativity, combining the different talents together to create unique effects. You don't see that anywhere else in CRPGs. Like, everybody keeps saying Larian's the standard. Larian is making the games that are really pushing for the genre, but you don't see other developers saying, you know what, let me take some of these things that Divinity does so well or that BG3 does so well and implement them in my own games. The closest that we're getting to is I do feel like there's more CRPG developers who are putting a focus on voice acting. Owlcat being one of them, right? And Owlcat was already upfront in saying that part of the reason they're focusing more on voice acting now is because of the success that they've seen Larian have. But there's nothing else like Larian games. There's no other developers really creating that type of experience, as opposed to like Dark Souls, which has been massively influential in the gaming market, where you see wide swaths of devs try to replicate that gaming formula. What up, Kitty? I came into Pathfinder, DOS 2, and BG3 from XCOM and XCOM 2. Yeah, people keep telling me a lot of the games that I like are based on XCOM, but I've never played it before. Weird transition, but I love turn-based tactics. Me too. I'm looking forward to that Star Wars game coming out this year. I love Origins Tactics menu. Yeah, I'm pissed how little you find in newer games. Exactly. You would think it would be work more. The voice acting work isn't exactly what Larian are known for with their games, at least in the Original Sin line. Ever since Original Sin 1, 2, and BG3, like, Larian has focused on having voice acting all throughout their game, which is not something you see in CRPGs. Most CRPGs are not fully voice acted. I think Solasta is superior mechanically to BG3. Why do you say that, Solak? It's really hard as a dev to invest time into content the majority of players won't see. Yep, it is. No doubt about it. That's why the evil run in BG3 is so lackluster compared to the Good Align run. I like Fallout 4 settlement building as I like building. I like Fallout 4 settlement building as well, and I thought it was really cool seeing what some people were able to do with it. It's the rest of the game that surrounds it that I have the issue with. Solasta is a Larian-like CRPG, but is more tactically complex. Solasta is not a Larian-like CRPG. Solasta does not remind me of, Solasta does not feel like Divinity Original Sin 2, which is slightly less production value. It's a different beast. XCOM is just strategy, turn-based isometric games. Pretty much most CRPGs, just with guns. Not sure if story and roleplay elements are there. I still plan to check it out at some point. Star Wars game is a turn-based tactics game. Star Wars Zero Company, Hunter. Love Dark Urge, feels so unique. Solasta and BG3 aren't similar. Yeah, they're not. Solasta did a better job in giving you the tabletop feel. That's true. I do agree with that. I think Solasta did a better job of translating the tabletop experience to the video game experience. And I think Solasta has a better character creation system. If you remove the production value side of it, I think character creation in Solasta works better than BG3, and frankly, I think it's better than what you get in Pathfinder or Pillars. Now that I think about it, like I feel like Solasta has like top 3. Wow, this character creation experience is amazing because they set it up in a way where you could know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons, where you could be completely new to this experience, and yet still you could create a character who was functional or frankly flat out great, and it was basically teaching you those Dungeons and Dragon mechanics, which was really, really freaking cool. I thought they did such a wonderful job with it. So it's part of the reason I'm looking forward to Solasta 2. You prefer Solasta to BG3? I don't know how rare that is. I think a lot of hardcore CRPG people kind of prefer Solasta, but BG3 appeals to a much broader audience. What do you mean? The Pathfinder character building is so noob friendly and intuitive. Exactly. Yeah, much pure translation. What's up, Hex? How are you, dude? Storytelling in Solasta is abysmal. Absolutely. That story has more plot holes than Bethesda games, and the writing was terrible. Like, even outside of the story being bad, like the characters, they didn't feel real. They didn't feel intelligent. They didn't feel competent. I cringed listening to some of those people. So I'm really hoping the fact that they put all this money into getting these voice actors means that they also put in some money into the writing for Solasta 2, and we're going to get much better dialogue. We'll see. What's up, Atlas? For veterans, though, Wrath character creation is amazing. It's amazing now. I would argue it was still just all right at launch because it was so buggy, it was hard to know what did or did not work. And when things are broken or don't work the way they're described, and you can't tell, and you put together a character in character creation thinking it's going to be amazing, and it's not, that's a very, very disappointing experience. Honestly, lost interest in BG3 story by Act 3. Some people I know felt that way. Solasta is good, but BG3 is superior. To be fair, Solasta didn't have the money like Larian did. That's true. But to be honest, I don't even feel like it's a money thing because we've seen plenty of games that had spent just as much money as Larian did on BG3 and not be nearly as high quality, right? And also, there was a reason why Larian had all that money. They had all that money because of the success of Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. Like, they built up to that. Tactical Adventures are going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to build up to the point that maybe they'll be able to do a game that has as much investment as what Larian is able to put into their games now. We'll see. BG3 is absolutely a masterpiece, Dave, but I think what happens is when people see you at the top of the pile or see you as the being at the top of the pile, it also creates a lot of people who want to try to bring you down and knock you down a peg. Like, there are probably other games that some of the people in the chat don't like, but those games are already considered mid-tier or bottom of the totem pole, so they never get talked about anyway. A lot of people are machine gunning BG3, as you state, because they see it as a game that a lot of people put as like creme de la creme, and they're looking at it like, no, it's not top of the pack. It might be a good game, but it ain't top of the pack, and let me tell you why. I get it. I try to keep it all in perspective. BG3 is not a top 5 CRPG for me, but it is also it is still unquestionably an incredible experience. And if you want to talk about CRPGs that I feel like a brand new player should play, like if you've never experienced a CRPG before, BG3 is a top 3 CRPG for you to play, no question. It is way, way, way more welcoming to new players than either of the Pathfinder games, Tyranny doesn't feel like a full game. So I feel like, again, that doesn't give a good impression either, because you're kind of left with like, well, that's it. Shouldn't there be something more? So as far as games that'll really ease that road and make you say, wow, this was awesome, let me find more games like this. To me, BG3 and, ironically, since we're talking about it, Solasta, are like, both of them are in the top 3 of games where I would say, here, try this. This is going to give you a real good idea of that CRPG experience. Here, this is Tessie the Quill, a book peddler. If not for her, I'd probably be still be sitting in a radish patch in my hometown. Tessie, a plump woman wearing heavily patched clothes, greets you with a broad, gap-toothed smile. Nice to meet you, your barony. Thanks for keeping an eye on this little tot. Where are you from? Right now or in general? Came from Mivon right now. As for in general, well, I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Was found under a bush, and I've traveled with the wind ever since. How did you meet Lindsay? Went through her village from time to time. Weren't many dyers. I was lucky to sell half a dozen calendars each year, maybe a couple cheap vulgar prints. Then a priest from the capital went to live there, and he got the young people interested in reading little by little. Some would ask for romance stories, some wanted heroic tales. Well, one day this little tot came by and traded her father's belt, 2 bottles, and a hunk of bread for a 2-volume collection of legends about the Arch Knights of Avestan. Came back later all tear-stained. Looked like her daddy didn't need the belt after all. Ha ha! So she sniffles at me and says, take me with you, I can help, and looks at me like a lost puppy. So I took her along, why not? And that's what got the ball rolling. Wow, so she abandoned her family? It's always crazy to me when I hear stories like this, where like I'm doing in the member section, I do reaction videos, and we're reacting to this story about this guy named Black Swallow, and this was like in the 1940s where, you know, things were really tough for black people in America. And he decided, I got to get out of this country. I have to leave. And he kept trying to run away from home so he could go to Paris. And his father kept dragging him back and trying to keep him in the house. And finally, he found a way to sneak away and basically go to a completely other state while his father knowing or being notified or anything. And I've always thought that's so horrifying, right? For your child to just pick up and leave. You have no idea where they are. You have no idea if they're okay. And I know that she probably feels like, you know, her father was abusive and that, hey, I got to get out of here because he's trying to just keep me from reading. But from the other side, I'm like, he beat you because you stole his stuff and turned it in, and he wants you to stop doing that. But that doesn't mean necessarily didn't care about you. So I don't know. It's just weird to me always seeing these kind of stories. What's up, Philibon? How are you, dude? Origins has some very serious flaws. The combat is not all that great, but the story is just incredible, and the reactivity, especially to your origin, is amazing. So this is definitely one of my favorite CRPGs all time. No question. You think it's Solasta devs put money in voice acting, so they did it with writing? But the truth is, I don't read the script reads me. Man, I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. Stories like that hit a lot harder when you're a dad. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because every time I think about that, like, eesh, you know, what if I said something to my daughter, you know, that made her feel that type of way? Like, I don't beat my daughter. I'm not worried about that. But there have been times where I said something and it hurt her feelings, or she was like, Daddy, you yelled at me, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm trying to get you to be better. But on the other hand, I don't want you to feel like you're in this environment where, you know, your father's just always pressure, you know, and always trying to make you feel bad about something you did. It's a balance, man. It's a balance. What brought you here? A little bird told me about a proper city in the Stolen Lands now, one with a printing house, with an old friend of mine sitting in that printing house at that. So I came by to see her, maybe buy some books while I'm at it. Will you be staying? Me? Not really sure. Probably for a while at least. The people here seem fine. They read at least. Then again, there is a printing house here, and I get to catch up with Lindsay. Hadn't seen her for a few years, you know. After I got tired of things here, I'll be on my way again. Give 10 gold. You travel around. Have you heard anything interesting about my neighbors? Tessie hides the money and smiles knowingly. Course I do. Who do you want to hear about? How are things in Brevoy? Bad. People in Restov are honing their swords. With the royal house gone, it's just a matter of time until there's some big uproar. Everyone knows it and no one wants it, but there doesn't seem to be any way to avoid it. Any news from Mivon? The usual. Schemes and duels. Seems a bunch of runaway bandits flooded in there from Brevoy. Rumor has it the great houses are intentionally straining Mivon so the outdoors there won't be able to help Restov when the carnage begins. What's going on in Patax? Under King Aravetti, what isn't? Parties, parades, executions. The king robs the trade houses that used to own the city. He brought some gang in from Numeria who's been selling deliriant potions. He sends strange expeditions into nearby lands, but no one knows what he's looking for. Nobody can tell what the cook's thinking. That's why he always wins. Has anyone asked about my lands? Now, don't you be taking me for a spy, all right? Honestly, go ahead and check me with magic, or just ask Lindsay. I'm happy to hear and pass along rumors, but I don't go spying on purpose. My business is books. As for your question, well, of course they're interested. People in Restov want to know if they're right to wager on you, while Mivon and Patax are still trying to take the measure of their new neighbor. No one knows what to expect from you, so they're getting themselves ready for some surprises. Thank you. That is enough for now. You're always welcome. We peddlers are pretty good at judging rumors, you know. Farewell. A good day to you. Take care of Lindsay. Awesome. Oh, the fade. Oh, so annoying. So annoying. Quest at Origin that irked me was the Orzammar quest. I love the Orzammar quest because I felt like BioWare did such a great job with the lore of the dwarves. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. No issues with that whatsoever. Varn. Is there anybody? I don't think there's anybody who uses a great axe, right? And this is anarchic, so yeah, definitely not that. But this, we should have somebody who could use this, so we'll hold on to that, and the rest we can let go. Beautiful, 62K, I like that. Darling, how do you feel about this? Does this work for you? Yes it does, it's better. You don't need this. What does this do? The wearer of the necklace becomes immune to fatigue and exhaustion. Ooh, and can activate the necklace to surround himself with an aura of nothingness. When the aura is activated, creatures adjacent to the wearer take 2d6 damage per round and must succeed on a DC 17 reflex saving throw to avoid becoming fatigued. Well, damn. That seems like something you would like. Here you go. And let me just make sure. Yep. And then talk to you one more time. Bam, bam, deal. Dived into Pathfinder Wiki and looked up the different nations. Make status. Literally, Dragon said it looks shallow. Really? Well, I dive headfirst into another rabbit hole. That's awesome. I feel like this does have really, really good lore, but Dragon Age is still the favorite lore I've ever seen in a video game. You're just not big on dwarves? You know what? Honestly, I'm not big on dwarves either, but Dragon Age did such a great job with them. I like them in Dragon Age. Barbarians do use great axes, but Amiri in particular, who is the resident barbarian for my squad, she actually gets a unique large bastard sword. So I gave her bastard sword proficiency. So she does not use great axes. And it requires you to be evil. Amiri's not evil. So PoE3, love the autonomy 2 offered. Nice. Are we finally ready for a relic, dude? Nope. No change. No change. All right, let's do a full save and do some more kingdom management. James, what's up, man? How are you, bro? How are you? Varric made me a dwarf lover. He's most non-dwarfly dwarf ever. He is. That's what I'm saying. Dragon Age just does dwarfs properly. Properly. Where is... Economy, rank up. Where is, okay, support. Who has to do that? Oh, there's multiple people who could do it, but none of them are available right now. All right, well. Actually here, hold on. Let's enter this. Where is the printing house? I do not see a printing house available. Does the printing house have to be built outside your capital, maybe? Let's try another building. Map. Let's look at you. Because I had with DOS 2 and BG3 is that Larian put too much effort into making the origin characters connected to the plot that when they added the make your own MC, it feels like that was an afterthought for how CRPGs normally focus on the characters you make. I didn't feel that way about Dark Urge though. I did feel that way if you just create a regular character, but if you had Dark Urge, I felt like that problem basically got solved. So you reached the Dark Heresy vids on YouTube and I had a couple of questions. Sure. Since you mentioned no reloading anymore, does this mean classes like Master Tactician? Well, Master Tactician was mostly about resolve so that you could get momentum. Reloading, it wasn't really like a key feature of Master Tactician. As far as whether or not we get that archetype in the game, I don't know yet. Master Tactician is a tier 2 archetypes, or a tier 2 archetype. None of the vast majority of tier 2 archetypes have not been announced yet. They only announced one, and that's the unique Psycho one that I mentioned in my video. Otherwise, we have no idea. Also, if we get Aspith Troida as a companion, do you think there'll be a way to influence companions' alignments like Abella or Solomorn? I would assume so, because only because that was very well regarded. I shouldn't have closed out. That was very well regarded in the DLC. And so well, here's the thing though. We're not going to have dispositions in Dark Heresy the way we do in Rogue Trader. So it's not going to be a situation of a heretic or dogmatic or iconoclast. Either you are a purist or you're, what is it, more of a renegade. I forgot the exact word for it, right? So it's basically, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go to help the Inquisition? So whether or not we're going to be able to really influence people in that regard, or if that's even necessary, I'm not sure. It's not really about good and evil, you know? I had a crazy recap, but what else is new? Hey, that just means that life is staying exciting. The printing house needs 2 tiles. Do you even have the space to build it? I don't know, but it didn't even have it listed to tell me that, oh, you can't do this. Dark Arts wasn't in the early access was the thing. Yeah. Puritan or radical. There we go. Thank you. Yep. Appreciate you all. So yeah, I don't know if, you know, when it comes to alignment, like if it's good or evil, it's really crucial and important that, hey, take these evil characters, I want to bring them more to the side of good, because that's going to make the team dynamic more cohesive. I don't know how Puritan versus radical is going to work. I don't know if you're a really, really radical person, are they going to hate me because I'm Puritan? Or is this just going to be like, all right, we got a different way of doing things, but we're still effective at the end of the day? You know, I don't know if the battle lines are sharply drawn in this contrast. We'll see. I mean, some talents connected to reloading, like when the Master Tactician reloads, all companions reload. So here's the thing. Outcat said they removed ammo and reloading from Dark Heresy because they are adding in other mechanics and they needed to have room. So my assumption is if they feel like Master Tactician works, they would just remove or change those types of talents to accommodate the new mechanics that they put into the game. But who knows what they are going to add? We'll see. All the archetypes in Dark Heresy are massively overhauled from Rogue Trader. Exactly. So I wouldn't say like, oh, well, they don't have reloading, so clearly they're not gonna have Master Tactician. I wouldn't say that at all. I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. There's no telling what they are or are not gonna put into the game. I'm going to get some of that crude. Good luck with that, Jupiter. What's up, Hensler? How are you, dude? Arbitrator, he has a great pair of videos explaining the various Puritan and radical sects within the Inquisition. I might have to check that out. Me too, Atlas. I really hope we get the beta soon. I really, really do. All right, let's go ahead and level up military, and then we should be able to get our town. Damn, depending on what events we are about to have. Support the general's endeavors, ancient tradition. Oh, did he? Oh, disaster. Wow. Oh, that's right. I knew that they probably wouldn't win, so it's fine. I am still worried. I don't understand why I'm not going back up. Happy birthday. Today is a day to forget. Today is a day to remember. I set the best sword lords to participate in friendly combat and demonstrate their skill. Without a doubt, it will be a feast to your eyes. Okay. Important essay published. An interesting article awaits, and it's a problem. All right, well, let's go ahead and go back. What's up, Pax? How are you, dude? It has been a minute. I hope you've been doing well. I got no complaints whatsoever. Is Rogue Trader completely homebrewed as far as the classes go? No, I don't think so. I believe they follow the Warhammer rules. There is some home brewing going on for sure, but it's not, I think the majority of it does come from the tabletop. What up, Scott? How are you, dude? I would like to point out that each of the special editions have what the community have dubbed the waifu statue, and it's the crew for Dark Heresy. You know what? That's a great call out. Yeah, I got Cassia's statue back over here. So yeah, I guess the Crude is supposed to be the standout. When I do the live stream, we'll romance the Crude. But my Let's Play that's on the channel, I'll goes pure, straight up, dogmatic Imperium. So the Crude will never even get on my party. All of the classes are homebrew, except technically Arch-Militant. Really? Huh. I didn't think that was the case. When the beta comes out, can we expect another 20-hour stream? I'm gonna do my best, Owen. I'll do my best. Cabela is the best, Atlas. I absolutely agree. Jihad looks to be puzzled and amused at the same time. Your Grace, I've brought you an extremely unusual message. It's, how should I put it? An essay on your barony, written by Jubilos Nathropol and published only recently. I thought you might like to see it for yourself. Jihad hands you a magazine. Have you ever dreamed of becoming a baron? It's not that hard. All you have to do is go to the Stolen Lands, a tiny region located between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms, and a source of dispute for those two for many years. Miles and miles of woods, swamps, and infertile clay soils infested with monsters and bandits. It's something like a white elephant. One can't hold it, but also can't give up on it and let the neighbor have it. For many years, the Restov Sword Lords have been promising a title to anyone who manages to bring some semblance of order to this God's forsaken land. This is just the usual way rulers solve their problems. There are plenty of adventure seekers, and you can always find another naive, brave soul who'd gladly risk his or her life without prepayment. There were many who took the bait. Their sun-bleached bones still litter the banks of muddy lakes and lie in piles under crooked trees. You can imagine how astonished I was then when someone managed the feat, breaking the antlers of a local kingpin called the Stag Lord and turning the bandits fort into the capital of a new barony. Of course, I departed for these lands immediately to witness with my own eyes the one who managed to instill control over the stolen lands. Let's be honest, the achievements of the new baron are still quite moderate. My letter didn't get there in time. I hope the courier who had to deliver it is alive and well. Still, no one could meet me. I decided to get to the capital on my own, which was a strategic mistake, for the road building in the barony functions even worse than its mailing service. I barely made my way through the mud and wind-fallen trees just to narrowly escape drowning at the river sword. And the only thing that kept me going was the anticipation of the joy the bear would express when I told him about the marvelous scientific novelty called a bridge. Furthermore, a horde of hungry kobolds jumped out from the underbush. But just when I was getting ready to kiss my life goodbye, the Baron himself emerged from the woods, fought off all the pests, and helped me to get to firm ground. As it turned out, the Baron has a strong justification for neglecting roads and bridges. While his capital is under construction, he lives on the road and with the help of his companions patrols the realm, dealing significant damage to the local every-hungry fauna. May the plague take it. Trolls, bogarts, will-o-wisps, and giant spiders really impede the improvement of public services. I've offered the Baron my advice and my active help. You can spit in the faces of those who claim Jubileus can only criticize. You can try out your luck as well. Though the title of the ruler is already taken, the young barony offers plenty of vacancies both for laborers and for sellswords. Just don't repeat the mistakes of your predecessors. Demand payment in advance. As for those of you who prefer to learn about wild lands and dangerous adventures from the magazine pages, we'll meet in the next issue. Nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Don't think the game will let you have a choice in that manner. I would love for them to provide a tech pre-storage in Jupiter. We'll see. Most people are saying it's not going to happen. Yeah, there's almost nothing from the tabletop that is put into the CRPG except the fact it's a D100 system. Really? I had always thought that the majority, like the story and all that, came from tabletop and Outcat just retooled it for the game. That's so interesting. I agree, CJ. Jubileus is critical but fair. What's your deal? Isn't it odd that when I had the Eidolon, the snake sat right in my lap, but now that I respect and have a leopard, it stands to the side of me the way it's supposed to? Listen, Isaac, remember about recruitment? Well, I did that. We have the numbers, but there's no one to command them. Ragongar spits through his fangs. We need to find someone these dimwits will fear and obey. Me alone is not enough. You know who we should make commanders? Not those boneheads from Brevoy who dance around with their pig stickers. No, we should hire spellcasters instead. Our regular bonebreaker troops won't whisper a word against a wizard. They're too afraid of getting lightning thrown in their face. And just imagine what terror they'll bring to the battlefield. Not like those Sword Lord Carl mopped the floor with them. Spellcasters. +2 arcane or +2 relations. Hire spellcasters as officers. Great. A couple of fried troublemakers and the rest of your soldiers will toe the line. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, that's it. Beautiful. All right, got another rank up. And now let's just make sure we can get our town. Oh, so this is just a notification. Has set our best soldier to participate in friendly combat and demonstrate their skill. Okay. Event of the month and a problem. Okay, we'll deal with the problem momentarily. Where is economy? New phase of light. There we go. And the road. 7 days, 100 BP. Oh, any of you could do it. Okay. So Tristan, Valerie, or Jubileus can handle this. All right. Cool. Well, then let's go back to events, trade, taxes, problem. Let's have you handle that. 85% that it will happen. Beautiful. Truly, you have made the role. Thanks, Walking Dude. Appreciate it. Give yourself an army of spell swords who will try to challenge your nation. Exactly. That's the plan. Nobody. Sure, I guess we'll throw Harm in here. And then projects. Research, support, research. Oh, we could also do the trade agreement. Oh, no, not that trade agreement. Absolutely not. In fact, yeah, let's go to economy. So we still got Jubilos and Valerie are available for this, and there's no chance of failing. So let's see. This is the one we don't want to do, but we do want to do this. Ooh, but it's 30 days. 30 days is quite a bit. Interesting. Well, actually, if this is going to take 7 days, and then we're going to do a rank up. So where is economy? Still at 1. So that's definitely one of the people I want to rank up, because I kind of want to rank these guys up evenly. General. Oh, okay. What's your problem with Lawful good, Brian? Like not pleasant, which I would really like to see Alcat handle Jeremiah Blitz. Jeremiah Blitz? Okay, so here. Academy. Even though I would like to rank up economy, it doesn't make sense for you to just sit around here. How long until we got to deal with that curse again? Economy is important because you get 1 BP per rank of your advisors, but you can't ever generate more than your rank of economy. So, yep, I definitely want to build that up. How much longer do I have? 98 days. So we're getting close to that time. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it first. I'm going to rank up my treasurer first, and then go do the other stuff. So with that, road to Oleg's post. Regent, what are you? Relations? You're not community. Are you loyalty? I wish it said what. Yeah, I think she is community. Okay, -1 kingdom stat. So she's community, and that's currently rank 1. But I'll work on that later. It's also important to get your first few ranks to rank 3 or 4 so you can unlock the new advisor positions. Yep, I want to do that. So here, hold on, let me just be sure. So first I'm going to do this. That's 7 days. Then I want to rank up. That's going to be 14 days. I've already got a rank up in military. So next up will be, okay, so I've got loyalty. And right, so counselor and my general have already ranked up. So it's my regent and my treasurer and my priest who still need to rank up. So next up, I can turn this to a town first. Then I can get the treasurer. That's 21 days. Most likely some other things will happen in between. And then I can rank up the regent before I head out for whatever awaits me in Act 3. That should work. All right. Yeah, each rank increases the DC of your advisor. Yep, makes sense. Okay. So you will work on this. And then I wish I could go ahead and just cancel this and say, yo, I'm not doing it. Delete this out. There's no events. New phase is the only other thing to do, right? And trade agreement. Wait, oh yeah, you're still working on something. Cool. All right, so then where is that other one? Economy, yeah, economy. New phase in life, cool. And you'll work on this, and then let's get 50 in there. Whoa, 50. There we go. Accept. That's the plan. Blitz is a rogue trader. 1 is warned in a card game. Nice. There are at least 9 big names at the tabletop besides Chorda and Winterscale. Oh, so in the tabletop version, there's more rogue traders that you have to deal with? And okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, it doesn't automatically fast forward. I thought it would, but no, it doesn't. So if that's the case, cancel that and then rank you up right now. I wonder how you could tell whether or not it's going to immediately force you into fast forwarding time. Drag, what's up, man? I'm a big fan of Kingmaker, enjoying it immensely so far. Happy birthday. Oh, nice. Got some rank ups. Failure, that's unfortunate. Triumph, that is fortunate. A new phase, of course. All right, and then the River Maidum. There's a mermaid in the river. There's another opportunity. There's 2 problems, actually. Isn't that nice? Okay. First, let's look at this. So now we have a town. Oh, wow. This is interesting. So I already have a wall. Wait, didn't I put a pier over here? Why don't I see? Okay, this is my pier. And then there's another option. Oh, you can have a lighthouse. Okay. A welcoming site for any sailor and a guiding light for river ships can only be built in a lighthouse slot. Okay, stability and espionage. Cool. Mage Tower. A place where mages study arcane secrets. +3 to arcane when built in a separate slot. Huh. Also hosts a teleportation circle that allows a select clientele to travel the world across a magical teleportation network. Well, well, well. Unfortunately, this place does not have a separate slot. And so I'll just put you over here. Oh, you require, this is going to be a separate slot. You require 2. So wait a minute. What's the advantage? +3 to arcane because I put you in this dual slot by yourself. Beautiful. Oh, print house. Good call. Print house is free. Print house can create literature at a speed no scribe can match. +4 to stability when you're lawful, which we are. +4 to community when alignment is good. Nice. It affects the library. Interesting. Okay. To secure one's writ through the gavis of chance. Well, we got the rogue trader, archmilitary, astropath. Yeah, that sounded so cool to be able to play the game as an astropath. I wonder what mechanics are available there. What's the park? One adjacent to a temple. Huh. Oh, that's right. Some of these places that I've put down can be upgraded, right? What's a fort? +1 when put in a place with a watchtower. Courthouse. Let's see. This is +2 military stability, +2 community instability. +4 bonus to resolving problems with the warden in this region. Restricted abilities with a lawful alignment. Interesting. So, do these things can be upgraded to a garrison, but it requires a town. I'm in a town. So how does that? No. What is the barracks? How do I upgrade it? You can sell it. What does it say? You can be upgraded to a garrison. How do I do that? No. Build. The upgrade provides additional stats, right? Maze Tower is very important for those teleportation circles. Yep, I figured as much. That's why I got to building it immediately. If I click on the building, I thought I would just try to sell it immediately. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade buildings that I have. Beautiful. Can be upgraded to a citadel, but that requires a city. We don't have that yet. You could be upgraded to a town hall. Well. I will take that. You could be upgraded to... Oh, this is where the shrine becomes a temple. Well, isn't that interesting? Upgrade for 30 BP. For another 100. I don't want to just spend all my little coins, but still. Like old man when he was like 20 something. Monument stays the same. Bulletin board stays the same. Mage is tired, just put that down. Watchtower doesn't do anything else. Stone wall can be upgraded. Beautiful. Oh, what about the pier? Pier can be upgraded. Wait, what? And then marina requires a ford. Okay. So now we're back down. Okay, I want to do more, but let's not be greedy. So here, we'll get it back up to 100 just in case anything happens. And then we'll leave it there. Did we ever put down? We never put down the printing press. So hold on. I do want to do that. Sacred Grove. Whoa, Fox, what's going on, man? Appreciate the raid. How are you, dude? I hope you had a nice stream. Howdy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. What were you streaming? It's not really worth it to upgrade right now. You need your BP. Stream is good. Oh, Pathfinder, with which one? Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous? Okay, printing house is free. And it said something about the library, right? Affects the library. So let's look at the library. A large building containing books often overseen by a sage or scholar. Oh, nice. Slowly getting close to finishing the starting area after 138 hours. Man, rough. There's a lot to this game. A lot to this game for sure. Oh, it's your first run? Nice. Did you play Wrath of the Righteous at all? Or is this your first experience with a Pathfinder game? Library, a large building containing books often overseen by a sage or scholar. +1 to stability when adjacent to a courthouse, and +1 to culture when adjacent to a printing house. Interesting. So let's put this. Well, this is the only. The library is the only thing the printing house affects. So, and then if I go back here, the library wants to be close to the courthouse as well. Now the courthouse, how many different things does it affect? The courthouse only cares about the library. +4 bonus to resolving problems. Okay, so these are all grouped together. So with that being said, you know what? And you don't care. Yeah, the bulletin board doesn't care about anything either. So I'm going to put the printing house here. Oh no, it requires 2. And they won't let me. Can I change it? I can't change which direction it's facing either. Damn. That complicates things. I wanted to put it right over here. Yeesh. Kind of whack, but we'll make it happen. We'll work with it. We'll make it happen, Captain. All right, cool. Use your choice and stuff. Yep, no problem, Fox. A little bit, but stop. Want to finish the first one. Gotcha. No problem. No problem. I play both of them. I got a YouTube channel where I got like, I think 800 videos on Wrath of the Righteous. I really, really love this series. But I played Kingmaker before I had a channel. So this is my first time playing it, like since the time I started my channel. And when I played it, it was like, I think a year after it released. So I've forgotten most of the stuff about it. And it's been really, really cool circling back. Playing, what's up, Kyle? Playing Wrath for the first time. Enjoying it so far. Planning to get Kingmaker next when it's on sale. Nice, nice. What are your thoughts on Drunken Master? Unfortunately, even though thematically it's awesome, mechanically it's not as good as some of your other monk options. All right, so I upgraded this to a town. Now, did I already upgrade Regent? Economy and Divine? Yeah, I think I already upgraded the Regent. So now let's go ahead. I want to do the Treasurer for sure, but we need to do that. 80%, that's a good possibility. There's another problem, right? And you need some help? Sure, we'll help you with that. And then no one else could do this? You're the only one who could do that. I should have checked on that. It's okay though. And then we could research, but I want to hold off on research until we get a magister. So for now, oh, that's right. We still got you, and one of you need to do this. So here, you could do this. For now, that works. And then what's this trading? Oh yeah, this is the one that I'm not going to do. And then other, and then regions. Okay, cool. Let's rank up, and then let's get my treasure up there. Why is my high priest trailing behind everyone? That's unfortunate. Best marcher in the game in terms of meta. Broken class. Drunken master? What do you mean broken class? I don't feel like it's better than quarterstaff monk, for example. Yeah, I agree with Sir Lack. Quarterstaff monk is better, and there's like I think 2 other versions of monk that I feel like is better than drunken master. But thematically, it's amazing, especially if you combine it with the right deity. All right, start. Boom, 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 boom. That's a fact, Fox. The true OP class is the one you had the most fun with. I could not agree more. Could not agree more. Devastating raids. Enchanted win. Okay. Problem. We'll give this to you. It's only 75%. But I'll take a chance. Hopefully that's enough. And then rank up. So we have counselor and what's his name? Still no high priest. Octavia's gonna be my magister. High priest is always lagging behind. Okay. All right. Then it is what it is. And play the Foxy race. Absolutely. Oh, there was no indication that I had. Oh, that makes sense because it's Vulcan. Oh, finally, I get something different from Vulcan. Unfazed by the awkward silence. He always says that. There anything you need in particular? I would like you to craft something specific. I could use another one of your alchemical items. And there we go. Thank you. Why do you hate scaled fists? The OP class is the friends we made along the way. Da-da-da. Gets alchemical bonus with stack with other buffs. Doesn't loot any month figures. Doesn't provide attacks of opportunity. I don't remember Wrath well enough to go back and forth, but I definitely remember feeling like Drunken Master was very underwhelming compared to the other monk options. But the thing is, monk in general is overpowered. So maybe that's also part of the problem. You might be comparing Drunken Master to all the classes available in the game, whereas I'm comparing Drunken Master to the other options available for Monk. Like Quarterstaff Monk is way more bonkers than Drunken Master is. You have never heard me say it, Jupiter. I almost never recommend dipping into Monk because I got so tired of people putting that on all my Wrath builds. They kept saying over and over again, oh, you really need to put Monk on this. You really need to give a rank of Monk in this. And I'm like, no, no, I'm not doing it, bro. Okay, so we need Tristan available for this. So keep that in mind when we look at the problem. No, there's a problem, right? Oh, did we already get the problem? Oh, the problem, no. Event. Okay, maybe, oh, 25 days? I didn't realize it would be 25 days. Good Lord. All right, fine. Test of loyalty. Who does that? Nope, I don't want you tied up. What about you? Sure, 70%, we'll take it. And then the other project, this is a Tova run, right? Yep, okay. So they support the consular stuff. Sure, we'll do that. And then 14 days, start that up. Let's do it. Bobo. Unlock any secondary stat of your barony. You also get 5d8 damage from drunken combat, which is more than anything a quarterstaff is giving you. Drunken Master is much stronger than quarterstaff monk. I definitely know that's not true. That's not true. Tell me you don't play on hard without telling me you don't play on hard. Monk is pretty essential in those builds due to giving you a pretty massive boost to AC. It is not essential. It is not essential at all. And I know this because even though I don't play on unfair, I have watched some of the builds for unfair, and I've seen plenty of tank builds that do not include monk. Dipping into monk is a way, it is a path to deal with harder difficulties. It is not required. Most confusing part of monk was Lan being a monk. I always hated that Zen Archer was the class chosen for Lan. Like, Lan is not Zen at all. And he's not married to a particular tool. In fact, Lan is very, very big on use whatever resources are available and around you. There is nothing in his dialogue or his conversations that makes him come off as Zen or someone who just loved bows and was all about bows. Nothing about that whatsoever. In the name of the law. Hey, High Priest! Doomsayer scares town folks. Beautiful. What's the region? Oh, whoa! So you don't always have to do a big quest in order to claim a region. Sometimes you could just take it? Oh, I didn't expect that. Well, damn. Strengthen Chandra's skills as a counselor. Oh, no, we're not doing that. We don't need that. She can stay right where she is. Okay. Wow. That's super, super cool. That's super cool. What's up, Dad? Indeed, that's why we are all here for the Windowwalk supremacy. True. True. After I finally complete my demon playthrough, I plan on playing a very strange angel run where I start as an oracle that follows Ioma Day and then get it with her and Galfrey and then romances Aru. Nice. Goes down the secret ending with independence. Awesome. Judging by his flared nostrils and furrowed brow, something has upset Jihad greatly. Your Grace, I have here one of your subjects. He goes by the name Remus. We call him spreading false prophecy, sowing fear among your people. The old man before you is clad in tattered rags. His gray hair and beard are filthy and matted. Judging by the smell, he is not bathed in some time, perhaps years, and you have to fight the urge to cover your nose. Oblivious, the old man picks at his beard in silence, as if trying to catch lice. Gross. You're not certain he even knows where he is. God strains his face, flushing. As if that wasn't enough, this, Aristel, forgive my words, prophet blasphemed against the deities, proclaiming we must bow to some false god. At the mention of God, the old man shudders and his eyes go wild, almost feverish. The goddess will rise from the forest, from the swamps. You've cut down her trees and drained her marshes, but she will take no more of this. Fall to your knees and repent, and she will grant you a swift death. Your Grace, you have to deal with this madman. I'm the only sane person in this city, this hideous, ugly city. Its stone buildings claw into the soil and thinks themselves safe. But the sky shall open, the earth shall tremble, and this city shall crumble beneath its pride. Aristel, have mercy, will you be silent, you fool? And another world shall swallow the ugly city and its careless dwellers, and only the rain shall weep for the emptiness left in their place. We've already met just outside of Oleg's trading post, remember? Remus gives you an absent-minded look. It seems he's at a loss. It's up to you to decide this homegrown Eridan's fate, Baron. I await your command. Let's talk about your prophecy, Remus. Remus looks at you silently, nervously pulling at his beard. What is this other world you speak of, and what will happen to this city? A different world, fierce and wild, where mountains impale the sky, where rivers change direction, where the very trees talk to the stars. Remus swallows the stairs ahead as though lost. The wild world will consume this city, shape in its own image. It will be the end of all. How do you know about that? The goddess showed it to me in my visions. She whispered about a beautiful new world, told me she would heal nature's wounds, but I don't want it. He shakes his fist, threatening someone invisible. She must be stopped. Sacrifices. We must offer up sacrifices. Goats or cows or horses. That will be enough. It must be enough. Tell me about this goddess. I would know more about her. Her fury is like a river after a storm. Her voice, thunder in the summer sky. Her touch is cold and sharp as a sliver of ice. She is beautiful as a dream. Remus stutters, then blushes. It's been 40 years since I last longed for a woman. But her, neutral good, diplomacy. So an angry goddess will lay our city to waste because we drained her swamp. She must be a petty goddess indeed, and she takes part in the affairs of mortals even on such insignificant occasions. Perhaps she simply had a dream and it merely seemed real. But Remus's gaze becomes clear for a moment. His shoulders slump and he looks even older now, more tired. Maybe you are right. I need to lie down. I'm curious, hold on. Did he use me? I wonder. Praise be Aristotle. Is that a glimpse of reason? I thank you, your grace. You have turned this poor man towards the light. I'll find him a place to sleep and make sure he's fed and sent back where he came from once he wakes. I think we should expect no more trouble and no new prophecies. Jihad smiles and bows, signaling the end of the conversation. Narissa got these people acting up for sure. Understand why they wanted to make him and wouldn't do a choice, but mechanics wise, him being a Zen archer doesn't work. Nope. Would have preferred having him access some form of demonic magic, maybe for being a mongrel. I mean, mechanically, Zen archer can be amazing. I especially love putting him close up front and giving him the snapshot line of feats and letting him just take attacks of opportunities against enemies. But it doesn't fit him thematically at all. Haram mumbles to himself, pulling on his beard. Finally, he notices you. Isaac, allow me to speak for those who cannot protect themselves and their faith. The priest of Iristil and the priest of other gods, they've all turned against the ancient faiths that once flourished in the stolen lands, now long since passed into eternity. Their final traces are the ancient shrines and idols, which lay hid among the swamps and woods, symbols of transience and decay. They wish to demolish these idols. They seek to destroy, with fire and chisel, all that would remind them that all things must come to an end. Haram strokes his beard broodingly. Whoever it was that once worshipped these idols, their faith deserves our respect. It is your decision, but I would not destroy these ritual places just because the god they are devoted to isn't well known. I myself serve such a god, often decried by ignorant tongues. What does this give me? Community and loyalty. Oh, of course he doesn't want to take the choice that would raise the vine. Son of a... Leave the idols where they stand. Someone worships them, and we've no right to interfere. Haram nods gravely. That is the right decision, Isaac. Thing is, when I have land, as soon as we get to Dresden, our Rude takes his place immediately. I don't like our Rude mechanically as much as I like land. Okay, and to tell you, I'm doing fine in my little shop. Our folk love their ruler, and their beloved Baron buys old Bokus potions. He's certainly a worthy alchemist. Here's the gift for you. Ooh, Bombardier's utility belt. I'm sure that's awesome. Here's Great Lakes. You as well as I know as well as I that building on top of a swamp absolutely incurs divine curses. Absolutely. Land could be a demon slayer subclass trying to show that he's been practicing and training for this moment. That's true. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay. How we doing on time? 56 days. Not much more time left. All right. Let's get back to it. They gave Aru the most boring class for some reason. Land's class also should have been a type of hunter instead of a monk. I would have been fine with Divine Hunter. Support the High Priest efforts. I do want that. But I want region. I can't claim it? Valerie is working on the post. How much longer for the post? 2 more days. And this is 2 weeks, right? We're gonna take it because you really need this. Why am I still worried? In the upper left, why is my region not getting back? I don't understand. I don't understand that, man. That, and she has also taken up the trickery slot. I'm so confused by this. Months keep, I think one of you said something about it would be fine once I got to the beginning of the month. We've passed multiple months and it's still just sitting at worried. I don't get it. I don't get it. What is the problem? You get stability by leveling Warden and some events. So I started at stability, I went down to worried, and now I can't get back up to stability until like some random event is triggered. Okay, whatever. Whatever. So annoying. Very, very annoying. Mysterious Cult, the River Maiden, and my Regent. Sure. Is this Boken again? Oh no, it's Valerie. Valerie keeps silent for a few moments, pursing her lips. I don't know where to begin. You see, your subjects, who until recently felt only suspicion towards you, are gradually changing their minds. What you've been able to do for the barony has apparently made them feel that they can bring you any problem they have, even the most trivial. The neighbor of a local shepherd has taken his cow. Apparently the owner let it graze in her backyard, and now the woman refuses to return the animal. According to her, she tolerated the imposition long enough and now feels the milk belongs to her. The shepherd, of course, is demanding the return of his property. As I see it, the shepherd is right. The cow belongs to him and it must be returned to the owner. Although, if you want to know my other opinion, Valerie's face becomes more stern. This is a matter for the village chief or a village council or something of the sort, not for the supreme ruler of the lands. This barony may not be vast, but that doesn't mean the peasants should bother you with such trifles. I will not deal with such trifles. Send this petitioner away and don't waste any more of my time. A contented smile crosses Valerie's face. I shall do precisely as you ordered. Get a village chief. What up, Argo? How are you, man? What do you think is the most thematic class Aru could have, assuming we could just respec her completely? I mean, honestly, couldn't she be a demon hunter? At this point, that's what she's all about, right? She's not a fan of her kind, and she's determined to stop them at all costs. And who would know more about killing demons than an actual demon? Oh, I didn't actually start you on this. So here, hold on. Regions. What do I need for this? So Valerie is the one who has to do this, and it's gonna, oh my God, 275. That's something, okay? Helping the poor and weak. Paying attention to the community and heeding every call of distress. The Regent solves problems with a +1 bonus, okay? Oh, is that the rank up? No, that's something different. That's interesting. All right, events. Where is the problem? There we go. Here's the problem. We need Valerie, so Haram, you deal with this. 80%, I trust that. Right, Demon Slayer. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's another problem. Tristan, go ahead and take care of that, please. And then let me make sure these other three, they're all opportunities, right? All right. DC 18, DC 13. Nope, you can't do that. You cannot do that. What about you? No, none of these are actually available. Why are they even mentioning this if the person who could do it is not available? I don't understand that, but okay. Regent support. So wait, strengthening should do it right now. I don't need that. Support the general's endeavors. Spend 2 weeks. Okay, maybe that's what it is. They'll tell you you're gonna spend 2 weeks doing such and such. All right, Regis 275 purchase. So 50. I get. Oh, it always does that. There we go. Purchase 50 of these, and then 282. This is doable now. Let's do a save just to be sure. There we go. Saving the game. Technically, Aru comes in with the Master Spy Prestige class, so Rogue is much more thematic, at least in tabletop. Okay. Or should be a Demon Slayer. I don't like Demon Slayer because she doesn't have a pet. Oh, that's right. Demon Slayer does get a pet. She is also a succubus who has arcane magic, not divine. Eldritch Archer, base bard, or sorcerer plus Eldritch Knight. Certain buildings can combo help with stability. The stability statistics represent internal security and how compliant the barony subjects are. In small baronies, the general covers matter of the stability and will ask to assign a warden when the military rank reaches 4. Interesting. Do. All right. Woohoo! Gotta like that. Fire. I agree. I absolutely agree. Okay. Ancient curses upon us. The attack from Bald Hilltop is expected in 2 weeks. No problem. That's a problem. Visitor ways. Undead Rising. That sounds like something I have to deal with. But here, let's close this out first. What's my BP looking like right now? 81. Low as to be expected. Luland gonna be named Kiawagama. Something of that sort. Oh. Whoa. He comes from Varnhold. Is it that time already? I thought that was Act 5, not Act 3. Take care, Hensler. Have a good one, dude. Divine abilities for Aru make perfect sense. She's favored by Desna. Hi, beautiful. What's that? What do you need? What time is it now? Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get off in an hour. Yep, no problem. What's that? I'll take care of it. You'll make a video about what sort of classes you would pick to thematically, optimally respect the Wrath of Righteous campaigns into. I don't think I ever did a video about that. No, Argo. Oh, Varnhold is Act 4? Okay, interesting. A plump man in his 30s approaches you. His hair's untidy, road dust covers his worn clothes, and his boots have seen better days. The stranger speaks to you in an unusually high-pitched voice. Your Grace, I demand justice. Crime in the barony is on the rise. The man shakes his clenched fist, then drops his hands helplessly. In open daylight, I was tricked, robbed, and if that weren't enough, humiliated. A gang of local thugs tricked me into trusting them. They found out about my possessions and disappeared with my treasures. I sent them to the island on Candlemere some time ago, and they just vanished into thin air. I beg you, find these scoundrels and retrieve my treasure. I'll pay a handsome sum to be sure these villains are brought to justice. I visited the cursed island. It swarms with monsters. The ranger and the paladin are dead, and the cleric of Nethys left in voluntary exile. The ruins are completely empty. No treasures. For several moments, Willis is silent, trying to wrap his head around what you said. He finally shudders and hugs himself as though he suddenly grew cold. That means he gulps. That means the curse really exists. His eyes meet yours, right? Neutral good. Of course it exists. This island has seen too much sorrow and suffering. Now any living creature who sets a foot there is doomed. The locals should stay away from the place to avoid the dormant evil within the tower. Willis shakes his head. If a cleric and a paladin together were unable to put it into the curse, it would truly be unwise to try and go there again. Too bad, too bad. Well, here's your reward, as promised. Willis gives you a pouch of coins. Willis looks around, slapping his pockets. Seems I've had no luck with this island, no profits at all. I guess I should move further to the east. People say the tours of Lavinis have plenty of places where an inquisitive mind might find something of value. And right now, if you don't mind, I could use a drink. Sorry for everyone else. Greetings, Baron. Let's not beat around the bush. You and I simply must discuss taxes. I don't know how often you go to the treasury, but I go quite often indeed, as my service requires. Well, there is less and less money in your coffers, while the demands of the barony keep growing. We simply must raise taxes, whether your subjects like it or not. If I were you, I would raise the tax modestly. Of course, the treasury will not be replenished quickly, but the people will curse you significantly less. Jubilus grins, which means you may remain on the throne significantly longer. I have another proposal. We will lower the taxes slightly, allowing the economy to grow in the future. First of all, we need to think about the common people. Me and you are thinking the same way, Radiac. Man can't escape taxes even in fantasy. Even in fantasy. What's up, Benjamin? How are you, dude? The weekly income is crap anyway. You need to use gold to buy BP a lot regardless. That's what I figured, and I don't need people charging me with pitchforks over pennies anyway. So no, lower them. We'll lower the taxes slightly. At least you're not taking the shirts off their backs. Hey, did that just say they increased the stable? Very well, I shall execute your orders, Baron. Yeah, I think it just increased the stable. It's like the game wanted to let me know, yes, that is the correct choice. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't want to talk about tax. Courier that sided with the yes man. Oh, that's right. I need to check on my artisans. Okay, so the curse is going to gain power in 28 days. I thought they said something about 2 weeks. There's a waste in the castle. Treasure wants your attention. Rank up. Okay, so we can rank you up. The attack from the Bald Hilltop is expected in 2 weeks. No problem. Are there any other problems? Wait, there is. Who needs to resolve it? Ragongar has to deal with this, and he needs some help. Let's give it to him. And then you, that's an opportunity, okay? Now, rank up. Treasurer, Regent, or General. You are the Counselor. So everybody is at rank 2 now. That's beautiful. I wanted to rank up the military, but General's not going to be available right now. So I guess I'll take the Treasurer, actually. I'll rank up the Treasurer again. Why not? Might want to save here. You want to make sure you don't mess up the timeline? Sure. Spec land into a Ranger. Keep Sela as a Paladin, but work some archetype into her build. I thought with the Iconics, I thought that Pazzo wouldn't let them have an archetype. When it has 14 days left, the attacks start popping up in Kingdom Management and needs to be addressed by the advisors. And at that point, you need to put an advisor on that event, and then you need to go to Bald Hilltop and fight the fight there. The earliest you can fight the fight when there are 14 days left. Okay, cool. Well, then that's what we're going to do. So Regent or Treasurer, either one will be fine. General is already tied up, right? General's already tied up. So let's go. Testing loyalty here. 18, year 13. Here you go. Actually, no. you could easily here. How are you? What's the fourth one looking like? 12 was Valerie. Nope, Valerie's not available for that. So here, we'll do that and start that event. And then you, what's the higher DC one? How do you like that? 75%? Sure, I'll take that. And then the other two aren't available to me, right? I gotta wait for the other two. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so wait. Here's the other thing. Should I do that, or because I just realized we never went out into the Camellands and actually picked up everything. I need to head out. I'm not going to be able to rank up right now. So like, you don't want to let the timer go to 0 days. Yeah. No. So with going 2 weeks, then in fact, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll fast forward to 2 weeks, and then that's when the fight will pop up. I'll go do the Bald Hilltop fight. Then there's some time before they're ready to give me a report. While I'm waiting for the report, I can go to Camellands and start clearing out the stuff that's left over there. Then once it triggers that they're ready to give me the report, I go back at the report, and then they'll have the task ready for me as far as whatever I should do in Act 3. Yeah, and build the village as well. You're right. And hey, I'm gonna build it right here because that's relatively close to my spot. And yeah, I think this works, so sure. What is the name? One of the names of those oh, here we go. You know what? Why not? There we go. And ooh, do I have 50 BP? I do have 50 BP. So build. Beautiful. And enter. You knew what I was looking for, Atlas. Pretty good spot because all the river close to Lake Silverstep, which is the area you'll be frequenting. Exactly. There's a method to the madness. All right. So we need the piers and walls, of course. How much? No. 2. Damn, I feel like I'm hemorrhaging money. Build one, yeah, bulletin board. That's exactly what I want as well. In fact, that could go over here, right? That could go there. And then what do I want to put next to it? This has to be in a separate slot. Does it require 2 and 1? It only requires 1. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. A shelter where, oh, here we go. Something else. I haven't set up any orphanages yet. I'll do one now. And yep, there we go, those 2. And did I put down, okay, I put down the pier as well. Did I put down walls? Here, might as well put down a wall. And I'm not gonna go much crazier with it, so let's just let that go. You don't want to put it in separate areas if you plan to upgrade this place from village to a town. A lot of the separate slots buildings require 2 slots. But when I upgrade it to a town, I get more slots. And wake up, you've been here the whole time? That's probably right, Royale. Is this a save straight for last night? No, Royale. Not this time. Not this time. Yeah, I plan to radiate. That's the next thing. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna, well, I kind of want to go ahead and rank up and then just go visit the artisans after I get done with Hilltop, because there's that gap of time anyway. But you know what? I don't know what else he's gonna have me doing. So let's do it this way. Let's just go. Oh, you know what though? Here, I should. So the treasurer is the one who can rank up if someone was going to rank up. Oh, I already got everybody set up. Okay, cool. So I doubt. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, CJ. Rank up and then just save, see what happens. Yeah, no, I don't plan to use a skip a day. I have a rank up for my treasurer that I need to do. So I was gonna let him rank up for the 2 weeks, and then the fight should be here. Then go deal with the fight, and then go visit the artisan. That's what I wanted to do, but I think I'm gonna let that go because I don't know how involved whatever the artisan is going to need is going to be. So that makes me say, let me visit the artisan first to make sure I didn't end up screwing something up. Oh, apparently I didn't rest. Let me rest. Right, artisans run you all over the map, exactly. So I don't know how much time it's going to end up taking. Whoa, there's a ring just sitting in my inventory. Ring of luck. Haha. I appreciate that. And we'll get you back and let's go. Ba-ba. Oh, you sometimes get random items dropped off over time? That's cool. Didn't know that. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I completely oh, no. I did set everybody up. Okay. So now all of this is mine. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I haven't done here. Ooh, but I do like the fact that my little spot is right over here. Let's visit you, and I will claim that. Thank you. And then we will come over here and cancel that. And what is your deal? What do you want? Oh, that ring was part of the birthday celebration. Nice. Nice. You should have enough time to clear the Camellands during chapter 3. Nice. Okay. Grass, the Wild Fist. An elderly half-orc looks at you without any friendliness. His clothes are covered with spots and he looks exhausted and sickly. What are you looking at? Can't you see Master Verisk is not well? On my last legs. Go along. Leave me to my unhappy fate. Despite the cantankerous tone, there is certain confidence in the half-orc's voice, especially in how proudly he spoke the word master. What is your name? Verask the Wild Fist, they call me. I was once an armor and weapons maker. I'm more of a corpse than a master now. Some evil people took everything from me. My family, my house, my craft, even took my tools. Everything. What happened to you? What happened? It was a calamity. I was going about my business and then I fell ill, cut down by a fever. I've been burning up for 3 weeks. I thought I would die more than once. A local merchant saved me, a kind soul, damn him. He saved me, but not for free. Took everything I had as payment, even my precious work tools, the last of my treasures. I'm useless like this. What good am I to anyone? But if I got my tools back, I'd be quite all right. I used to make such weapons and armor. They sold faster than I could make them. But without my tools, I'm useless. If you try to use a regular hammer to forge like I do, you just ruin a good thing. I'd bend the tongs and wouldn't make anything worth putting my name to. That trickster got everything I need. The half-orc pierces you with his angry eyes. Listen, I can tell you got money. Maybe you need an armorer. If you help me, I'll serve you. I'll make formidable weapons for you, ones that just beg for enemy blood. But first, I need my tools back. Okay, I won't distract you from your woes. The half-orc harlots brashly in response, but his eyes seem disappointed. So how am I supposed to help? I didn't get the Weaponsmith's tools must be purchased from the vendor and return. Is this the vendor? Varus tools. Aha. Anything they offered? No. Leave that there. You get new ones each year all the way up to a ring of greater ultimate protection. Ooh. Well, isn't that nice? Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, who are you? Quickest quest ever, but he has another one. Nice. A stunning elven lady turns to you. Her hair is immaculate and her eyes are deep water. Her beauty is like a bird of prey. She is also heavily armed. As she sees you, her superior air fades, leaving a charming smile on her face. How fortunate, Your Grace. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Nazriel, the Weaponsmith. I can craft the deadliest weapons mortals can make. I'd like to take the opportunity to pay my respects. As soon as I found out you were here, I dispatched one of my apprentices, but of course the bonehead failed his mission. Would you like to hear an offer that would be to our mutual benefit? What do you have to offer? I hope to start serving you in exchange for your protection. You see, my creations are not to everyone's liking. In the lands where I come from, demand for artful blades is low. The heavier and cheaper ones are better for peasants. I had to swallow my pride and do such work merely to survive. I know that serving you will allow me to earn true recognition. I'm offering you a contract. You will provide me a workplace and all the necessary resources, and I shall fill your arsenal with perfect instruments of death. More, I will craft for you personally an amazing and deadly weapon for which there is no equal. I have long been looking for a warrior worthy of this masterpiece. All you need to do is sign the contract and place your first order. The elven woman shows you a leather case with a prepared contract. Do we have a deal? Who are you? An artist, one of a kind. I create weapons, not just pointy iron sticks, but real weapons. Nazriel raises her eyebrows meaningfully. Alas, not every domain appreciates high quality and expensive blades. I hope you'll be a generous patron and an appreciative connoisseur. I agree to make a deal with you. Nazriel's eyes shine with excitement. She hands you a pen and paper. Thank you. Sign here, please. And here. Done. All right. No one can touch our court blacksmith. I will order my apprentices to pack up my materials and take them to the new workshop, which you will kindly provide me with. As soon as I'm settled, I'll send one of my people to deliver your order. Sounds good to me. Can't have too many weaponsmiths working for you. Ooh, you can walk in here. She ain't lying. She makes a lot of good swords. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I wonder if she makes any good bastard swords. It would be nice to get an upgrade over the ginormous sword and not have to deal with the attack issue anymore. She'll be able to make a shop at Kingmaker. Varas looks at you with eyes full of despair and clenches his huge fist. Oh, Varas is listening. What are we going to talk about? Here are your tools. The half-orc touches the tools tenderly, as if he can't believe his eyes, and then clutches them as tightly as he can. Can I have them back? Really? Thank you so much. Well, now I'll be all right. I'll have food on the table, I'll get rid of this damn fever, and do what I promised my children. And I'll keep my promise. Give me a place to set up a shop, and I'll work hard to repay you. No place to work. All right, so here, let me set up their shops and then come back in to talk to them. Make sure there's nothing else they need. Okay. And you here and enter. Oh, Shania is the one who makes a bastard sword? Nice. Okay. Nazriel's weapon shop. +1 to economy when adjacent to a tavern or a longhouse. So I'll put you here because the tavern will probably go someplace around here. So that's you. And then Varask. +1 economy when located next to a longhouse or a tavern. Bam, we will do that. And your shops will be built momentarily. Doom. Yeah, we've already went through a couple of her long stories. It was kind of wild. I'm like, lady, you just never stop, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and finish some of this while we wait. No reason to just stand around or just to advance time. So there's a wolf lair and then this spot. Oh, okay, so there's only 2 spots down here we need to worry about. But then we come out here. Is this all? Okay, so this is not all considered camel lands. What is this? This is Tor's Lebanese. Okay, so there's only a certain amount that's mine. Let's see. We will come down here. Oop. Event. What's that about? Oppressor is the bastard sword. The ancient. This is our final chance to prepare. Wait, what? It hasn't been that long. Yeah, okay. This it waits until we get down to 14. Claim. The random events that you're required to get into. So annoying.
Let's finish them quick.
Oh, and there's no army going back and forth this time either. We just got to do this straight up. Yep, you're using bombs. Cool. Let's do that. You should do that. You should what is the highest level spell I have right now? Okay, so that and that. So yeah, we will 1 dire wolf, 1d3 monitor lizards. Let's go with the monitor lizards, throw those out. And then once we've done that, we will hit you all with a why are you not summoning? Come on now, thank you. And then not trying to hear all that. What makes you think you can commit banditry in my lands? What do I look like to you? If you use the sub spells a lot, I do most fates, spice that matter turn-based. I do, but I go real time with pause whenever possible. That wasn't a fight where I needed to go turn-based. I wish we could ride animal companions or at least equip items on this game. Rap did such an amazing job with that. Such an amazing job. Feel like Kingmaker has his gaps where nothing really happens. I haven't felt that way so far. It's felt busy pretty much constantly. I constantly have at least something I need to do. Good to out the viewers for the draw steel session. No problem, Quintek. I'll probably do a stream this evening. We'll circle back. You only use real time for randoms. I stay in real time unless I feel like I've encountered a really tough fight.
What you want?
Where it's going to be important for me to slow things down and consider what's happening.
Share your trouble.
Amranda gratior. Matritium durinos. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Inimosi travisi.
He needs one more. I keep forgetting to put this on him. He needs one more rank in magic weapon. Ooh, you have an empty slot? How did that happen? You have 2 empty slots. How did that happen? I don't remember you getting a level up where I hadn't considered your slots. What? All right, whatever. I wish. It's so goofy. I got Fireball, but I can only put in this one slot. And I'm not even sure if I used Heightened Spell, if it would only let me put in this domain slot or if I could put it in these other slots. Yeah, 2 of those. And what else do I want from here? I don't think there's anything else. Oh, you know what? Prayer. Always could use more prayer. Did I? Okay, you're set up. You are set up. And you are okay. So it's just him who has this issue. Excellent. All right. So goofy. This is great. You missed rap. I understand. Wolf Lair. Okay, so it seems like this is probably going to be a one of those quick areas. We'll see how it works out.
I shall end the suffering.
What's that?
Uh-oh. Lovely. Boom, boom. I wonder if we're over leveled for this area. Of course, I say that and watch me get destroyed in whatever little cave we're about to come into. Well, those wolves were going down pretty easy. We already dealt with Silent. Oh, snap. I don't like that. That's not cool. Yep. Let's not do that. Oh, crap. Even that doesn't work. Wow, they're approaching from all sides. There is no escape. Damn. Well, fine. If that's the case here, we'll go here. We'll make our stand here. It's fine. We're gonna work it out. Because you know what? Y'all are all gonna crowd up, and then Jubilos is gonna make y'all pay for this. There we go. Get to it. Get to it. Yep. Not cool at all. I knew there was more coming. 2 alphas. Who's the real main one, though? You know what I forgot? She doesn't have enlarged person. Who's got enlarged person? Oh, there's another alpha. We good or no? Sheesh. That was brutal. All right. You gotta pause every so often, Royale. Every so often, you gotta go ahead and check it. Like to pause when I have to use spells and abilities of multiple people. Every so often. Come here, new headband. You give him making his domains be the ones with his spells. Clerics get regardless. Is crazy work. Ping Jupiter, no problem. I know Octavia can cast enlarge, but I just don't see it on her bar. Right, I just forgot to slot it on her bar. That's why I hadn't been using it. All right. Who are you? There are many goblin tribes. Bruh, you should have stayed at home. You could have wrote all of that from home. No reason for you to get ripped apart by wolves. And there's no K. Ooh, I missed things. Okay. What did I miss? Usually cast mage armor on the pets with Octavia too. Yeah, that's what I did. I cast mage armor on the pets with her. There we go. Melted shard of a ring. Okay. And then that. Beautiful. What's up, Wolfhard? How are you, man? You really go to that with these streams? You on a deadline? It's not like a real deadline. I just feel like there's so much shit I need to do this year, man. So I'm trying to burn through it. Plus, there's some specific content I want to get to that I can't do until I remember this game better. And so that's also motivating me. Like, I think it's going to be cool doing a video comparing Kingmaker to Wrath of the Righteous, doing some guides on Kingmaker so it's easier for people to play the game, that kind of stuff. This is the exact same random encounter we just did. The exact same one. Okay. Oh, she still has rage on. Why is rage just staying on? That usually doesn't happen, but okay. We can go ahead and throw these out here. And then you're still throwing bombs, right? You are. And you're doing your thing. These should be out here so I know that they're on at all times. And this should be out here so that I know it's available at all times. Is there anything you can do? Not really. Nemesis of Light, not the best in this situation. You do not have a spell you can use there. We need to rest soon. But for now, let's go ahead and oh, that's right. He's holding a crossbow. Okay, so yeah, we're good. Let's get it cracking. Whoa! You turned into an owlbear. Oh my God! And then you disassembled my wolf. I don't appreciate that in the least bit. You bastard! You bastard! How dare you? I should wake you up and kill you again for that. Put down my damn beard. Or wolf, rather. Kingmaker guys coming up. Definitely gonna do some Kingmaker guys for sure. You can set race to auto toggle along when combat starts. I think Mary has that set up when you first acquire her. You need to toggle rage off during combat to turn that off. Interesting. That is a good call out. Technically, Kingmaker is on a deadline. What about you, though, Wolf? You've been doing Divinity Original Sin 2 streams pretty back to back to back, right? I feel like you're churning your way through the series for sure. Only 31 left, but you know what? If there's a problem, we would find out. So I'm not worried about it. They called Wolf, you bastards! Do. Tristan has news. Oh yeah, we haven't done anything for him yet. And there's another opportunity, but we can't do it right now. So it is what it is. What is this? Forest Fae. Okay. Can't do anything with that either. All right, let's do that. And we good? Looks like it.
Amiri, you are very brave. But why don't you think about what you're doing before you punch someone in the face?
Nah, if I think too much, I get a headache. And when I punch someone's jaw, it disappears.
Nice. Nice. What's up, Florian? How are you, dude? Hope Owlcat will spin back to the more personal story and themes of Kingmaker in their future games. I really felt like I closely linked to the day-to-day happenings of it. I certainly would appreciate it. I wonder if the Expanse is going to turn out to be a more grounded experience than what we've seen from some of Owlcat's recent games as well. Take care, Atlas. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. All right, you're gonna take care of your wolf.
You require
Who
my
else?
assistance?
You are gonna take care of him. And you'll take care of him.
Inimosi Travisi. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes. Inimosi
Something
Travisi.
bothering you?
Amranda Gratior. Magritium Durinos. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
You can count on me.
Axel, yes. Esmu, Axel, yes. Allah, soir, terme. Allah, soir, terme. Allah, soir, terme. Allah, soir, terme.
And that should be all we need. The stream tiles for the future, since you're not a master sub anymore. Oh, that's a good call out. Will
Ready and
do.
willing.
Who is it this time? This looks like the exact same area we just left too. Ooh, but this time it's troll hounds. And lots of them. And what's her name is getting chewed up. I should have threw these out. That was my fault. That was my fault. I should have dealt with this differently.
I'll fight if I have to.
Well, sheesh. Glad I had haste on. Whoa. There's 2 entrances. Okay. That's interesting to note. Alright, that's it for you all. Let's come over here.
Confiding.
Let me use this real quick just to be sure. We good, right? Yeah, only Octavia got hit up. Okay. Remember. Condolences on the Bears. I swear it was there. Yeah, you know. Here's what it is, man. As they say, there's always next year. I've gotten used to it. It was nice to hope for a little while. So on Hero Caller with the natural soul feats for pet. I don't know about natural soul, but I did use the animal ally to get a pet. I don't know what natural soul is though. Ooh. Hey, braces of armor +4. That's the first one we've received. Nice.
We stand upon the precipice of change.
Asher, what's up, man? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch, dude.
We'll do it the hard way.
And I don't see summons out here, so let's throw some more. That alone makes Herald Caller a true upgrade over the last one. God dog it.
Your strength with it.
Didn't manage your stuff properly. And I should have checked people's health. Woo! Lovely. That flames getting on that fur cannot possibly feel good. All right. Y'all good? Yeah, just a little touched up. It's all good. Beautiful. Animal ally usually needs nature soul as a prerequisite. No, in this case, oh, it needed skill, focus, nature. That's what it needed. Really? Oh, that was for a cloak of resistance +1? Whack. Whack! I went with Serenray Fire, which is why I have Fireball as one of the spells I can use. And then I double dipped into Spell Focus Evocation, but I'm thoroughly unimpressed with the spell book that I get from an evocation standpoint. So honestly, I might end up respecing into a different class. We'll see though. Do you like what happened with Fleming's character in Dragon Age? No. I feel like she was way cooler in the books Origin Dragon Age 2 than she was in Inquisition. I was cool with what happened to her in Inquisition because I felt like it was such a fascinating development of Solas's story. I did not like her ending in Veilguard. It's weird the way that message keeps coming up every time. Anything in the middle here? Nope. All right, this looks like it's still a part of my area. My favorite's main cleric option, which I played myself to completion, is the Cleric of Iristil with animal and community domains. Yep, Guarded Hearth is amazing. Amazing. Let's see. Do I even have my buffs? I don't remember if I rested. So we have that. We've got some rage left. We do not have any heroism left. He's got some strength left. We'll use that.
There are other ways to cast this spell.
What the hell?
I'm open to your orders.
You don't have anything you could do for your pet, but you do this for yourself.
Brilliant ideas.
Do this for the leopard. Do that. Do that. Come on now. All right, and you still got a few bombs. All right. Well, let's go. I don't guess community gives you area effect buff. That's really good. Yep. That's what I usually use for Tristan, but with this in this playthrough, I decided to stay role play appropriate. So your fire, I definitely don't. Wait. No. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? That's part of the problem. You're too high up in the formation, but here. Let's do that. Let's summon some monsters out. And then the fact that you're fired doesn't matter because
Quiet.
you know it doesn't matter for you. Fire damage. We probably want to switch that out. What does this do? Fire damage. So yeah, we'll just have to take a chill pill on you.
I'm listening.
And then you will.
Face me if you dare.
Did that wrong, but okay. Oh, I should have given myself elemental resistance. Damn, he is face tanking everything I'm doing right now. Okay, I was about to say. Do your thing, Amir. Do your thing. There we go. Beautiful. And what is that? Flaming glaive. Hoo, hoo, hoo. If only I had someone using a glaive. Do Jubilos comes with acid bombs? No, I don't think so. Nope, no acid bombs. Oh, well, I'm using the Call of the Wild mod, which changes all the companions. I think I might have got him as a preservationist or something crazy like that. And then I had to respec him back into a grenadier. So it may be like in base standard Kingmaker, he comes with toxic bombs. Amira could use it, but I have her using bastard swords. That was a Wrath pet right there. Bulwark subclass. I should have healed her before I moved on, but it's fine. All right. Have we reached the end?
Have a
Yep.
moment of respite.
No. Thank you. All right, that's the end of the area that I own. Now let me check again. Curse will occur in another 11 days, so I don't have to head back just yet. Maybe as Reach too, which is nice. Some people build and marry for Reach weapons specifically to keep her out of direct melee. That's why I keep enlarging her so she has enough reach where the summons can be in front. I keep my two pets and summons in the front and then Amir is in the second line so she can attack from back there. She has terrible AC. I do make her, I have made her an invulnerable rager. So at some point her damage resistance will hopefully be high enough where she can deal with attacks that come through, but she's not there right now. Ha! Finally, Winslow sale could have been useful. All right.
Get some rest.
This is you. I'll claim you. There we go. And do that. And do that. You know what? I will enter this. Did this, is the store has been built yet? Hopefully they have. Carnage, what's going on, man? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch.
To search for the spot to rest.
Yeah, I know. Let me rest. Doom. Da-da-da-dum. Did I build your store? Are we good? Your Grace, decide to see how old Varus is doing? I've set up nicely here. I forge armor and weapons for anyone who's got the coin. Though the fighters in these lands are weak, some can't even lift a normal axe. They cannot hold a candle to my sons. The half-orc grows grim, and his voice becomes dull and soft. My eldest was a strong one. He could hit an ogre with a hammer so hard that it would leave behind its teeth along with its boots. But they are gone, both the son and his hammer. For 12 generations, my family has owned this hammer. It's a relic, you could say. I wish I could fix it, but how and for whom? Tell me about yourself. What should I tell you? I have no idea. Ask me what you want to know. How did your family die? Varus grows grim and his eyes start watering. I left my house. I went to a tribe that had ordered weapons from me. As I got back to my house, I was ambushed. They'd hid in my own yard. I have no idea how I survived, but I saw the dead bodies of my wife and children in my own eyes. I had 4 lads, all of age, all carried weapons. 3 daughters too, and they knew how to fight. Most of the scoundrels kept coming. I guess they tracked us down, waited to catch us by surprise. And I guess I was lucky. They didn't kill me with the others. I fought them off and got lost in the woods. Walked for a long time without a road and finally ended up here. You know the rest. But the gods didn't see a long life for those bandits. I heard they're all dead. Only their chief is still breathing. The fingerless witch. Tell me about your craft. There's nothing to tell. Barbarians think all good things must be sturdy, heavy, and big. Fragile and brittle things are no match for their strength. They have so much and it begs to come out. Small and light things are easily lost in battle. A weapon must be sturdy, or a warrior might break it over the enemy's head. Our armor must be even sturdier. And a blacksmith, I figure, needs to be like his armor, sturdy and strong. Varus shows you his huge fist and absurdly thick arms. And patient. Barbarians have trouble with this last one. That's why a master is so valuable. Where are you from? I was born in Belkzen. I had to take off when I was still a snot-nosed kid. Got in a fight with some bonehead, and I hit him. I mean, not the bonehead. Was aiming at him, but I hit Chief's son, and he suddenly went and died. I had to run away as far as I could just to stay alive. So I ended up in Last Wall, an awful place. Anyone with Urk blood is a misfit, which is fair enough. Orcs have killed so many of them, but I settled there, started my business and a family. Let's put off this conversation until later. As you say, we old people have nothing to do but tell stories. Come, I'll tell you one. We'll speak later. Get to work. All right, no new quests from him then. So we're good on that. And let me check with the other one. A heavily armed Nazriel eyes you suspiciously, but she sounds welcoming enough. Welcome! My apprentice Sartania just finished unpacking, but I'm already up and running. All the better to serve you. I'd like to know more about you. What exactly would you like to know? Tell me about yourself. Nazriel looks at you suspiciously for a moment and then nervously brushes her fingers through her hair. My weapons define me. I've been drawn to it since I was a child. I have over 300 blades at home, each of them special. I wanted to be a professional weaponsmith, so I learned the craft from the greatest masters of Kyonin. But then my comrades in craft and we had a bit of a falling out. A few bastards dared to question my skill. I felt that I could only shed this burning outside Kyonin. And you know what? I swore then that I would prove that I'm heading shoulders above them. 2 of them paid the price, even when I was working back home. They couldn't stand the competition and went bankrupt. That's where all my competition is headed. Tell me about your craft. Nazriel juts out her chin. My art. A mere craft would attach a piece of wood to a piece of iron and be happy with their work. That's not how I do it. I listen to a weapon. I talk to it. I spark its desire for blood and violence. This gives you 2 warriors in the battlefield, the soldier and their sword. Of course, I pay close attention to detail. A sharper bevel would allow the blade to cut through the flesh, not into it. Change the angle of the point, and the blade will pierce through armor like a stitching awl without sliding. I learned all this from weapons. You just need to be able to know what you're looking at. Tell me about your apprentices. The elven woman waves her hand angrily. The boneheads? Why would you care about them? It doesn't matter anyway. I recruit apprentices for simple tasks. They sign my contracts, they obey me, and take full responsibility for any harm they suffer doing service. One of them, Sartaigne, works in the smithy. The other, Detail, tests finished weapons and runs errands. The artisan shops do not appear on these maps. Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk with them directly. Considering there's a really good glaive in Act 6 when clearing up attacks, I made a Shelling Paladin just for that. I was wondering how good Paladins are in this game. As the kingdom gets better stats, you upgrade different regions. The artisans that have shops in those regions make better items. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. What's up, Quarter? I'll say so damn close. I was hoping you go for 2 rather than try for OT as you had the momentum. It would have been nice, man. It would have been nice. But at least we got a quarterback. It's been a while since we've been able to say that, honestly. Let us discuss it later. Always at your service. I have to go. Beep, 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 beep. Crusader's even on point thematically, and you meet him in your Crusader camp. Okay, so we finished everything down here. And we rested. So we gotta clear this out. Oh, and then whatever the heck is in that lake. Well, I guess that's the advantage of having went up here already. Well, I don't know if all the way, this is probably considered Varnhold, right? What is this? Hilltop Trail. Yeah, we'll have to see how far up north is actually considered to be part of Camel Lands. Might be none of this, because yeah, this is Silver Step. So might actually only be this one, but we'll take a look at that and enter in here. Paladins are obviously better in Wrath, but they're still good here. One of your Smite Mark of Justice doesn't have as much relevance, but the other features of Paladin is still good. Nice. Crusader does get some nice bonus feats, but you are giving up one of your domains, which can mean a lot depending. Yep, it's not free. All right, you all. I have to go play Daddy Duty, but I'll probably circle back and be on later tonight. We shall see. Regardless, I have really enjoyed being back in Pathfinder, and I am looking forward to checking out the next stream. So I hope all of you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Take care, Finellas. Have a good night, dude. And we're up to totally innocent victim. Stop it, Jupiter. Take care, CJ. Have a good one, Argo. Yep, take care, Brian. Have a good one, Benjamin. Appreciate you all stopping through. Hope you enjoyed the stream.